Well, kia ora everybody. Welcome to Dunedin. It's a pleasure to be with you for this Sky Broadband Rapid League game between the Otago Nuggets and the Manawatū Jets. Early in the season, but still a lot to play for. Both these teams looking for their first win. Yes, very good evening to you. Glenn Lama's my name. Casey Frank is with me for the call this evening. And Casey, these two teams, well, they've been successful in the NZNBL so far, but looking for their first win still.
Looking for their first win in the faster-paced version of the game. The Rapid League is going to come quick, and both teams quickly falling behind the pace without a victory. But one of those got to go, so somebody's going to get a victory this evening.
Absolutely, and look, if you're not sure what the Sky Broadband Rapid League is, this is for non-starters in the NZNBL. They play 4-minute quarters, and that is the table. Nelson, Southland, Auckland, Tuatara making a hot start. The Whai and Taranaki also have wins on the board, but you can see several teams have no wins, including Otago and Manawatū. But one of their losing records is going to end very soon with a win in this game. Lots to look forward to through the Sky Broadband Rapid League season as we move through to the head-to-heads here in Dunedin. Manawatū gets set to take the court. Starting five, in fact, it's going to be Silverstein, Crate, Stent, Lafaele, who started in the NZNBL in the first game against Taranaki, and John T. Kells. So good chance for these five players, Casey.
And I'd like to see Jackson Stent really get himself involved, especially on the glass. He's got some good size, so he'll have to use it to a good effect.
Yeah, Lafaele and Crate too has contributed strongly in the Rapid League games so far. Looking at the Nuggets lineup for this game, and it's going to be Coleman, Bardsley, Freeman, Knox, who is back to the Rapid League game after starting the last game. Aitchison in there as well, but again, a good opportunity. Just have to keep your eye on Matt Bardsley in this one, right?
Well, interesting for this Nuggets team. I think they're really going to depend a lot on these guys. Matt Bardsley in particular hit the game-tying shot to put that game from round one into overtime. Look to him to bring that hustle to the Rapid League tonight as well.
And here is the head-to-heads just quickly. Lafaele, 10 points in the last game. Matt Bardsley, of course, who contributed really well in the NZNBL game in that overtime win for Otago over Southland. He's going to be a key player in this game.
Going to be very interesting to see who's able to come out on top. The youth movement of this Manawatū Jet squad, or a slightly more veteran tooth-laden Otago Nugget squad. A lot of these guys have won that title a couple years ago, going all the way back to the showdown as well. Some experience on that squad is still shining through on this Rapid League team tonight.
Yeah, Bardsley and Knox actually involved with both of their championship wins. Corey Hogg, Hamish Dale and Dylan Mead are the referees for this Rapid League game.
Oh.
False start with the tip.
Somebody got in on the machine there.
So it's going to be the Nuggets with the first possession.
I'd like to see the Nuggets go to Benji Freeman early, have him use his size and skill set. He's number 43, closest to your screen there. I think he's going to have a big effect for them.
He's got those big, brightly coloured shoes this evening. As we see a start there from Bardsley, couldn't get the little left-hander in.
6 fakes, no buckets, but I like the energy getting to the cup.
So now Manawatū with Dolph Silverstein, Wellington College student, out there playing for Manawatū. And there goes the three-point attempt. Not going to drop, and here comes the Nuggets again.
Let's see what kind of pace this game takes. Normally these Rapid League games seems a little sped up. The beautiful find there as Josh Aitchison, the accountant, finds Darcy Knox cutting down the lane.
That's a lovely finish from Knox. 2 points for him, the 66-game veteran in the NZNBL. And now here comes Manawatū again. It's back to Silverstein. Now Kells, it's been turned over, and now Otago certainly looking more settled of the two lineups early in this one.
Bardsley just absolutely read that one like it was a cheap novel. Got to hold back with that pass fake, look somewhere else. Too easy of a turnover there.
Knox. Rebound is going to be claimed by Kells for Manawatū. Transition play. And
stepped on the sideline. Turnover.
Jackson Stent there.
I've got to see this Manawatū Jet squad pick up the pace a little bit too slow for my liking. Walking into things, got to see some real sprints against a bit of an older Otago Nugget squad that's probably looking to save some energy for the NZNBL game.
Down court comes Aitchison. It's Freeman. Now Coman. Knox going to put up another long ranger.
Bardsley, good hustle on the glass there. Keeps possession to the Nuggets. I think all the Jets thought that was a foul on Matt Bardsley, but the hustle is rewarded. I am incorrect. It stays with the Jets. They were right. I was wrong. They listened. I just looked.
Uh-huh. Yes.
That kind of silent treatment you're giving me, it feels like my wife going.
Silverstone, I was just trying to figure out what the heck happened there, you know what I mean? Okay. Stent inside to Lafayette. Hard off the backboard. Easy rebound there for Coman.
Solid D by Coman in the post.
And Aitchison trying to squeeze between those two. In fact, Bardsley's squeezing between is fouled.
Bardsley's really improved his game off the dribble. Has a knack for being able to finish either way. He's a very, very slippery character in there. Hence a slippery eel moniker, but you can just find space where there's not a lot of space to be found. And the first foul of the game sends Matt Bardsley off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, 20 points in that NBL game against the Sharks. 71% from the field. Those numbers, if he can replicate those in this game, it's going to be good numbers for Bardsley. And there's his enthusiasm shining through there, chasing that second free throw.
Violation called, though. They're saying that he left before the ball hit the rim. It was pretty close. Love the hustle. Always try and push the line on those violations. Scourge of the game.
What violations?
Line violations on free throws. Got to get those out of there.
Yeah, he knew it was going to miss straight away. That's why he went for it, didn't he?
You can feel that as a shooter. When it leaves your hand a little awkwardly, you're like, oh, chase it down. Take a look at the foul here. His hands reach in. Multiple defenders around that.
Looked like it might have gone on Michael Rusk. And Otago's defense has been pretty solid so far. Of course, Manawatū haven't troubled the scorers yet.
Real lack of penetration for the Nuggets here in this first couple of minutes, and already over halfway done. Poor pass there, and what can Robbie Coman do on the break?
Coman. Well, he won't lay it in for 2, and a nice rebound by Lafayette. So Manawatū lucky to escape that with a pretty soft turnover. Silverstein almost loses it. Lafayette has lost it, but there is finally a basket. Not a pretty one, but they all count.
Hot potato, and another turnover coming back the other way. Comedy of errors right now. Neither team playing very cleanly. Needs to take away those turnovers and sharpen up.
Here's Crate again, score of that last basket. And Stent from the corner. And that's not even close, that one.
No, he was not pleased with that one. Probably felt better wanted the left to hand, but well off to the left. Not often you see a shot from the baseline go backward shot clock.
No, you don't. Well, let's see what Otago can do now.
Caleb Smiler's checked in now as you see Benji
Freeman.
I love his game. Light on the feet, heavy in the hips, but a load to try and keep away from the basket.
Yeah, he's got rocks in those hips, hasn't he? Here comes Crate. And Silverstein again. And it's been lost out of court by Luca Richards.
Turnovers absolutely mounting up early in this one. That is the 4th for Manawatū here in just over 3 minutes.
It's pretty hefty, isn't it? And that's a good, strong play.
Oh, gets the travel.
Oh, no. Darcy Knox.
That one was Josh Aitchison, actually.
Aitchison.
And you see the move here. He takes that step and then the step through. He came to that jump stop and then pivoted through. They didn't give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. So turnover for the Nugs in response. The Jets turnover.
So Kells gets a screen from Lafayette. Get the communication not quite there, and it's going to be another turnover.
Well, just begging for a foul there. And you can't force the contact, initiate that contact, and then try and get that whistle from the ref. They're just not going to give that to you, especially when you're not driving to the bucket more in the lane away. That gives the Nuggets the opportunity for the last second shot. Let's see what Darcy Knox calls for here. Probably a late on ball from Freeman.
Freeman sets a screen for Knox. And Knox drives nicely. Doesn't get the layup though, and that will end a first quarter of just 7 points in it. It's Otago 5-2.
Well, Let's just say we're happy to see that quarter go
Flush
past us. That's, I mean, not a bad quarter. We saw a little bit of a pace, but certainly the shooting statistics not up where they need to be after the first quarter. 2 for 6 from the field are the Otago Nuggets. As we take a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats, just 1 for 4 is Manawatū. Rebounds, relatively even 5 for Manawatū, 3 for Otago, but it's the turnovers that are doing the damage. 5 for the Manawatū. Actually, more turnovers than shots in that first quarter. Not what you want to see. So need to lock in, just play with a little bit more definitiveness, and just say, hey, how about we just chuck it up blindfolded at the rim instead of just throwing it to the other team? We've got a better chance that way.
I was going to say more turnovers than points, but
Even
turnovers than shots is even worse. That's right, 5-2.
On the other end, not much better for Otago. 2 turnovers themselves. But both teams feeling their way into this. And probably this game played at a bit of a slower pace than a lot of the Rapid League games we've seen up to this point of the season. There's you got my favorite, large pepperoni pizza. Look at that deal. Online code Sal's Dribble, or use that QR code to order right now. Valid until the 10th of April. Best deal there is. Get that pepperoni in you.
5 days. Yeah, it's a good special, isn't it? Now, here's Manawatū starting the second quarter. Dolph Silverstein continues to run the team. For Ngātu Taufale. Now here is Richards. Didn't get a move on Aitchison. Couldn't get the basket, and Otago had possession again.
Much better possession, though. They ran some offense, got a decent look.
Nice pass. Knox kicks it out to Freeman. Here's a three-pointer. First of the game for Freeman.
Beautiful, lovely unselfishness. Nice delivery by Knox. Aitchison felt like he didn't have the shot, so he finds Freeman, who displays that he not only has soft feet, but soft hands.
6-point lead for the Nuggets. Lafaele in space. Good play from Simon Lafaele.
Oh, I really like that up fake while still on the move. That's excellent footwork and body control at the same time for Lafaele.
Another 3-point attempt this time from Aitchison. Doesn't fall. And Manawatū pick up the Dregs. Leaders 4. And it's Richards who's fouled by Freeman. Trying to score the 2.
Benji Freeman drops the hammer on the big fella. No easy buckets. Nice look ahead. Kicking things up, and the strong attempt at the finish. You see he's got that good frame, so he can certainly take a little bit of a beating, but a little worse for wear after that one is Luka Richards. Let's see how he does from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Yeah, Richards' second season at the Jets. Didn't get on the court last year from the Kapiti Coast originally, from Otaki. Doesn't convert those 2 free throws. Coleman picks up the ball for the Nuggets.
And leaving those freebies on the table, that's going to hurt you. As the Nuggets look to try and take control of this one with the bucket here.
Good ball rotation. Smiler back in possession for the Nuggets. And now here comes a shot coming in from Rusk. And he's fouled going for that 3-pointer.
Well, just was unable to have any landing space there as Lachlan Crate tries to close out hard, but just does not give him enough space. Nice little handoff here. You see he tries to close in, but the body gets in. Rusk might have kicked that forward foot a little bit, but you know, he gets away with it. If you get away with it, it's a great move. As you take a look at those percentages down low, both teams at 33%, only 1 triple in the ball game so far.
Rusk with the second free throw. 21-year-old from Dunedin. He's the brother of tall fern Nicole Rusk. These players that hasn't played Sal's NBL just yet, but he does stretch that lead to 6, knocking in 2 from 3.
It's a nice methodical offense by the Nuggets, not giving up a lot defensively, and offensively starting to find a way to get that scoreboard to tick over here in the second quarter.
Richards not. Oh, don't know if he was expecting the ball, but he's got it. Shot clock down to 5. And Crate can stand on the sideline there, he did. Second time in the game, Manawatū have done that.
That sideline has been the best defender in the league for many a year and continues to be so.
I hope someone's measured it, the width of the court. Maybe it's not a little bit too narrow.
Well, I've always got a little confused on the Otago court because you got the white lines and you got the black lines, as we see a missed layup there. And another missed layup as the Jets just do enough to hold off. But it does look a little confusing. You think the white line might be where you are, but you got to watch that black line. That's the actual sideline.
Exactly, and it's a nice rebound taken by Darcy Knox.
Now the pace starting to quicken. Some opportunities in transition being revealed.
Russ can't get another 3-pointer in, but Good strong rebound taken by Lachlan Crate. And now Manawatū come forward again through Stant for a three. Well off target again. And Otago have another chance here. Rusk puts the foot down. It's going to be Manawatū ball.
Well, Jackson Stent, ambitious on the other end, but coming back this way, has a nice hand, knocks it off the knee of Rusk as the pace is quickened. The turnovers have slowed down just a bit, but still not where you'd want them to be. That's the third for the Nuggets, and Manawatū sitting on 6.
Silverstein and Crate, and now Kells. Silverstein still out there. He's played all the minutes so far. He's in possession. Now Kells again. And it looks like there might be an illegal play by Manawatū there. Off the ball foul. It's going to be Otago ball. Knocks again.
Minute 30 here. See if the Nuggets can't finish this quarter strong with some good-looking shots. Nice defense there, keeping Bardsley from getting a clean look at it.
Yeah, Crate, another good defensive play from him. Now he's going strong to the rim. Good move there from Crate.
Well, he got a head of steam built up there, and as quick as Benji Freeman's feet are, not quick enough to dissuade that layup from dropping.
Crate's a promising player as a New Zealand under-16s rep last year. Here's Freeman.
Love the way the Jets have really worked towards that local youth movement, hoping to pay dividends in the years to come.
He's from Fielding High School. Otago with the three-pointer attempt coming in from Rusk.
Oh, with the soft roll. Touch every bit of the rim before it drops, and doubling up the Jets now, 13-6.
Good lead now for the Nuggets, isn't it? Lafayette. Now Silverstein. Down to about 30 seconds left in this first half. And there is Crate again.
Looking good out there, playing with confidence. Had the layup before. Shows if you step up, I'll lay you. If you step back, I'll tray you.
Yes, 7 points.
Bardsley, a good attack, a lot of contact, no whistle. Jets coming back, making some noise.
Here's Kells driving all the way. Doesn't get the layup in. And unfortunately, the tip from Stent was no good. Oh, Kells has pitched it again. So Nuggets all of a sudden a little sloppy. And it's going to be a player timeout.
Oh, I like that use.
5 seconds left.
I like that. Very, very frantic. Last 12 seconds there. Neither team under control. And Jackson Stent says, hey, wait a minute. Got to use this timeout. If we don't use it, we lose it. So let's get settled. We got 5.7 left here. We can get a great shot. The key is don't shoot early, shoot late. You don't want the Nuggets getting a rebound with 3 seconds left, calling a timeout of their own, because they still have one in their pocket.
Let's see what Manawatū are going to cook up here. Lafayette just getting it. Well, it's going to be Silverstein. Oh, he flops it in nice and casual.
Well, how about that first half? Looked like the Jets were done and dusted, but they started flying high to close the quarter and cut that deficit to 2 on that nice step through by Silverstein.
Yeah, really nice from Manawatū. That lead was 7 at one point. Manawatū have come back nicely with some good play, in particular from Crate, who has 7 points. He's shooting at 60%, and the leading scorers for the Nuggets are Rusk and Benji Freeman with 5 each.
You're looking at the percentages, still not where you want to be, but the Jets have now overtaken as we take a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. 4 for 11 from the field are the Jets at 36%. The Nuggets, promising early, have dropped to 4 for 15, now just shooting 26%. Neither team really shooting the ball well from deep. Only 4 shots for the Nuggets. They have hit 2 of them, but the Jets just at 1 for 5. Take a look at the blocks there. No blocks for either team. The points, there we saw the leading scorers for both teams. Crate, top of the list there. Rusk and Freeman for the Nuggies. On to the assists, and there have been a few in the game. 5 in total. Sorry, rebounds first. Robbie Coleman leading the way of all players with 3. Jackson Stent, Lafayette, as well as Crate sharing the title there on 2. Passing game, 3 assists for the Nuggies, 2 for the Jets. Nobody topping one. No blocks, because not a whole lot of D being played, let's be honest. Just getting where you want, but a little bit of D. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. A couple of steals in there. Bardsley, Coleman, Lafayette, and Kells. That's thanks to Chemist Warehouse, our stats partner for the 2024 NBL season.
Yeah, 100%. Don't forget the Cells NBL game at 7:30, tipping off this evening.
I gotta say, this is my favorite part about the Rapid League format of the game, is we get through the stats and they are back on the court, ready to play. You don't even have time for a cup of tea, but you do have time for a pepperoni pizza. Next time it pops up, you know you gotta get one.
So Otago with a 2-point lead. Coman gets things underway again. Bardsley for the Nuggets. Oh, stolen straight away by Lafayette. And he's good with that left hand, and the score's a tie.
A couple of clever finishes on the run, expecting those shot blockers to try to affect his shot, the step-throughs, the strength off the contact as well.
Here's Bardsley again. Knox. Richardson. Otago looking at it a little hesitant on the offensive end at the moment until that play there from Robbie Coman. Nice and strong. Strong
indeed. Ate his wheat bix this morning straight into the chest.
And a bit of concrete powder sprinkled on top too. Crate missed that one. And now here come Otago on the break. And almost the alley-oop there for Bardsley.
Lovely little highlight to be that just wasn't, but I like the effort.
And Silverstein has fouled going for a layup, so he'll go to the line. Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot a couple.
And Matt Bardsley disappointed he was unable to finish that lob as we take a look at the turnover that Bardsley had on the first possession. And look at that step through. Left foot, left hand finish by Lafayette. That is awkward to try and get off, especially with that defensive contact, but he made it look quite smooth.
So this is Dov Silverstein at the line. As I said, 17-year-old. Most valuable player at the New Zealand secondary schools tournament last year for Wellington College. Rookie in the NBL. Missing the second free throw. Manawatū trailing by 1, but a good rebound taken there by Richards. And now a chance for Manawatū to take the lead. Look at Silverstein flying in there and
stuck on the line. Good effort, but that defender, the sideline, the best defender in the league.
One-point lead for Otago remains. It's good to see Manawatū coming back in this one, Casey.
Great effort. You know, they could have put their heads down and said, oh, well, on to the NZNBL game, but they knuckled down, they got back into it, and now we got ourselves a ball game.
Here's Coman. Bardsley. Kick-out pass. Shot clock down to 2 seconds. And Manawatū. Good defensive set from them there. Now Lafayette.
Bardsley let him off the hook, shoot that layup instead. Goes the other way.
Here's Lafayette. Too strong on the layup. And here come the Nuggets again through Smiler. Aitchison. Looking for Bardsley. Good basket there by Matt Bardsley.
Good cut, good finish. That was very similar to the shot he could have taken last time. A little unselfishness never goes to waste, but a little too much unselfishness can spoil things. But now the Nuggets got a little bit of breathing room up 3.
Kells. Silverstein. Having a good game. No foul there, and it's been turned over, and away comes the Nuggets again.
Got the numbers as Bardsley see it. Too late. Somehow gets through.
And they somehow keep the ball. No three-pointer. Luka Richards' uncontested rebound. Pace of the game's really lifted too, hasn't it?
Starting to get a little bit of wind behind the sails here with 1:30 left in the third.
Kells trying to work on Rusk. He's lost it.
These turnovers are just absolutely killing the Jets.
It's Bardsley. Smiler wasn't expecting it, but Bardsley drives nicely. That's back-to-back baskets for Matt Bardsley.
Yeah, tough to catch when you don't have hands in your back. Smiler wasn't able to pick up that one, but stays in bound. Nuggets now up 5. Bardsley really impacting the game these last few possessions.
Yes, indeed. Remember that lead was 15-14 a short time ago. Kells looking to cut the lead back to 1, which he's done.
Couldn't close out in time there. Bardsley's asked for a sub the last few possessions. Hasn't gotten it. Kept scoring, but couldn't get the stop that time.
Well, still very much game on here. As Bardsley has it now. Space down the lane there, Bardsley. And a foul on Kells, I think that was.
Well, he's just really aggressively driving. Takes that first step. Look at that shoulder, really displacing him. You know, Bardsley, he looks a little bit skinny out there, but he is working in the weight room. Got a ton of respect for this young man. Not amongst the youngest, young compared to me, but full-time teacher. comes during his lunch break to come and practice with the team days. So he's got to put 2 periods together, so he's got time to come in and get every training session and then back to school to finish the day teaching. I just have the utmost respect for the men in this league who come, work all day, and still come out at night and do a heck of a job on the court.
Yeah, it's a cool story, that, isn't it? 4-point game for the Nuggets. Period 3 here of the Sky Broadband Rapid League game. Hope you're enjoying it. And now here is Silverstein again, looking to get off Richards. Get the pass back to him. Kells for another 3. Back-to-back threes for Jonty Kells.
Jonty Kells will not be denied. Catch and shoot. Back to a 1-point game. The Nuggets feeling the pressure.
Bardsley, that's class. Couldn't quite finish it though, was a bit unlucky. It's a tough rebound by Lafayette. Now Kells.
Well, go to again. Get it back to him.
3-pointer.
Never
Another
mind.
3. Who's that? That's Silverstein nailing one this time.
Love the way the ball is sharing. Can the Nuggets find a way to get back in as the Jets take control?
Well, the Jets, that's the first time the Jets have hit the front in the game.
And they did it with pace in transition, finding those open looks. This Nugget squad looks a little bit fatigued.
And that's the end of the third period. So Manawatū, remember they were down by 7 in the first period. Now lead by 2, 23-21 at the end of the third with 4 minutes to play.
That was a 13-6 score sheet at one point in time. And since then, the Jets have absolutely taken over, scoring everything. Of course, all our stats, thanks to the Chemist Warehouse, the scoring has definitely picked up for the Nuggets. Leading scorer now, Matt Bardsley. Freeman and Rusk still on 5. And taking a look at the Jets. It's all about the 3-pointer now. Lachlan Crate, he's got 10. 6 for Jonty Kells and 3 for Silverstein. The only shot he's made in the game, that last one, which gave that squad the lead.
Yeah, it was a big basket, that one from Silverstein. But Lachlan Crate, 10 points, 2 rebounds. He's having a good, strong performance. All-round performance too. 2 3-pointers.
Turnovers were the big thorn in the side of the Jets at halftime. They had 6 of them. Actually, still at the same spot as we take a look at the Sky Broadband offer. Get on that. $30 a month for your first 3 months for fiber. What a deal that is. Thanks to Sky Broadband. Proud sponsor of the Sky Broadband Rapid League.
Let's have a look at this last quarter now as Jonty Kells has it stolen straight off the bat there by Michael Rusk.
Cookies took it right out of his hands. Nice defensive pressure.
No crumbs left in the jar either, Casey.
Take it off. If you're going to take it, might as well take it off.
Yes, Freeman. Knox. Nice play from Darcy Knox. Doesn't get the roll off the rim, though. That's a good, strong rebound by Benji Freeman, who's going to go to the line to shoot a couple.
Nice patience by the Nuggets. I like that action. Going to the handoff, the curl, and Darcy Knox forced the defense to bend, trying to defend him, opening up the offensive rebounding opportunity for Freeman, who gets himself on the glass. Can't get the kiss, but gets a couple of opportunities from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. First one goes wanting. Free throws have not been kind today. Nugs now 5 for 8. The Jets just 1 for 4.
Freeman gets a second free throw. Cuts the lead back to 1. 12 games for Taranaki last year, Benji Freeman. Now Kells really coming to the game nicely for Manawatū. Kells gets it back in a bit of space too. Oh, pass to Richards was a bit wobbly though, and here comes Smiler. Smiler and Rusk, in fact Coleman can't complete the job, and here comes Manawatū again.
A couple of players forcing passes when they didn't need to. Bit of a touch foul on Freeman, stopping play, but also taking away that transition opportunity for the Jets. Both teams need to start coming to a jump stop when they get to the key. Let's just come to a jump stop, settle down. We don't need to thread any needles. We're not here on the sewing competition. Let's just make some nice, easy passes and get some good looks.
Let's see if they listen to Coach Frank for the last 3 minutes. Kells Lafayette out there too, Richards. Kells is nearly running into Coleman.
Coleman.
There's a big yellow brick wall right there. No chance of getting through. Nice little handoff from Coleman. And is Bardsley getting smashed, or is that
yeah,
Smiler?
Bardsley on the take.
Yeah.
Nice drop off by Coleman. Started with a great D on one end and has the skill set to initiate that break. Raffaele, just a lot of body, a lot of thickness. He's got that bone marrow, knocking down Bardsley to the ground. Bounces right back up. But the free throws starting to go astray. Can still hit this one to tie it all up at 23.
Yeah, Nuggets are 6 from 10 from the Chemist Warehouse line. 6 from 11 now. Oh, no way. Bardsley's got it back. Here's Freeman. Freeman can't nail the three-pointer, and they get another chance, the Nuggets.
Smashing the offensive glass. Matt Bardsley 2 in a row.
Knox tries to lay it and doesn't get the roll off the rim.
Tough rims tonight. There is not a lot of give in that bad boy. Looked halfway down, but something sucks it right out.
Well, the game right on the balance. 2:25 to play. Silverstein gives Raffaele a chance from beyond the arc, and he doesn't miss it.
Pure, too much space. Nobody challenging him on that three-point line to run him off, and he tickles the twine for 3, doubling that lead up to 4 points.
That's the 5th three-pointer that Manawatū have scored in the game, and that's 50% from the three-point line.
I'll just redo my math. He quadrupled the lead because it was 1 before, but you know, I do the best I can.
Everything comes back to numbers. That's what I always tell my daughter as well. In her maths homework, Casey,
well,
everything comes back to numbers.
Well, she's looking down at her phone, has her headphones on, and is paying complete and total attention to you, I'm sure.
So these are important free throws here for the Nuggets.
They got to get him at some point. And Aitchison, you can count on him to nail the free throws.
He's been around a while, hasn't he? 5th season at the Nuggets. And 1 from 2.
This Nuggets team started decent from the free throw stripe. They're 5 for 7 at one point, but since then, just 1 for 4.
Oh, that's good defense right there from the Nuggets. Oh, they're a little unlucky not to get possession.
It looked like Smiler might have gotten fouled there, but instead he just loses the ball. Excellent read, couldn't hold possession. Good news for the Nuggets, that resets the shot clock to just 14 because it's in the front court.
Raffaele. Yeah, nice defense again. Raffaele gets it back again somehow. Manawatū riding their luck at the moment. And Freeman's got the rebound.
Well, I'd like to see a great possession here if I'm Coach Brett Matahari. Just really see something that gets us a good look and some ball movement.
Well, Coleman gets a look from the corner. And it's a nice rebound. Just a simple one there for Jackson Stent.
Not bad, but I still have yet to see that ball go from side to side once for the Nuggets. It's all one-sided action, allowing that defense to set.
A little foul there on Lachlan Crate. Freeman picks that one up.
Well, take another look at the foul coming in there and see that contact by Benji with that arm coming in. Big possession here. If the Nuggets don't get a stop, it's going to be very difficult for them to try and come out on top in just a minute 19 left. If they do, it's anybody's ball game.
Still going to be Manawatū ball.
Should flip to the other side, yeah. Swap the action now.
They're going to call the same play. It's on the other side. Silverstein 2 and bound it once again. Looking for Raffaele, not going to get it. So Lachlan Crate has it pinched right out of his hands by Josh Aitchison, and then Crate concedes the foul. Young fellow will be disappointed with that.
Is that the 4th personal? And I think that might be free throws now. Aitchison going up to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, and just a bad foul. The Nuggets have been struggling in the half court, haven't really found some clean offense. That foul 65 feet from the basket gives the Nuggets a chance to cut it to 1. Aitchison hits the first, finding a little bit of comfort at the Chemist stripe.
Well, needs another one here. Well, to be again, so 50% again for Aitchison. Manawatū got a 2-point lead here.
Who do the Jets want to score this basket? Who's here that they can depend on to get themselves a good look? Looking for Raffaele in the post.
Hang on. We got some off the ball action here.
Just the 3rd personal foul, so that'll go back to the sideline. 14 seconds back on the clock, but that was Raffaele trying to find some space. Oh, sorry. So the 3rd personal, we are shooting. Pardon me. So Raffaele will go. There's that foul. Smiler and Raffaele.
Didn't look much in it, Casey, to be fair.
You're just used to all the league. This is basketball. You can't really tackle people with the arm up there.
Lafaele, no comment.
Got to have a little bit more freedom of movement on the hardwood.
Big basket here big free throw here rather for Lafaele. Just a little bit of breathing space. Doesn't give it. And Otago get a chance here.
Still a one-possession ball game.
Let's kick out past Rusk here. Oh, nice finish from Aitchison.
Well done by Aitchison. First, the unselfish play to give it up to Rusk in the corner, but he doesn't give up on the play. He attacks the glass, and now we have a one-possession ball game with 2, maybe 3 possessions left in it.
Here's Crate going baseline. Little floater is not going to drop. And Manawatū have got it back for another 14 seconds. That's a big play.
Got to stay aggressive. Don't stay on your back foot. You got to get something going to the rim. Time running down. Who's going to be the bold man for the Jets?
3 seconds on the shot clock. Cowles with the prayer. Not a bad effort.
Oh, got a foul now.
That was crazy. How did Crate end up with the ball? That's so lucky for Manawatū, but you get your luck, don't you?
Well, just a lack of hustle on the box out there by the Nuggets. They saw that long shot and they gave up on it. All by himself in the corner is Crate, because the Nuggets turned and looked at the basketball instead of boxing out their man. And on a long shot like that without much of a chance, you shouldn't chase the ball. You expect that to be a bad shot. You know it's going to carry him off hard. You got to turn, box out first, let it come to you. Instead, fortune favors the Jets. 2-point lead again. Can Crate make it a 3-point ball game?
He's a decent prospect, Crate. He's only 17, remember? And he rolls that one in too.
He's played very, very well today. Up to 12 points now.
Got 2 out of 2 from that visit to the line. That leaves Otago needing a 3-pointer to send us into overtime.
Ball in the hand of Bardsley. He put him into overtime a week ago. Can he get an open look for Freeman? It's a decent shot.
Oh, Freeman nails it.
Call a player timeout here, guys. You got it, and they do. Nice heads-up play by the Jets. 6.9 left. Now they have to discuss it on the court. Beautiful pass by Bardsley. Poor defense by Lafaele there. Don't guard the rim. The only thing that can beat you is a 3. Stay out on Benji Freeman. You got to discuss that. But now, chance to win the game for the Jets. Of course, had our first overtime game of the Rapid League season last night as Auckland hit a really nice shot to claim, push that thing in overtime and then get the 2-point victory in the 1-minute overtime. Will the Jets be able to get this done in regulation? Or are we looking at free basketball?
Let's see what the Jets can do. 6.9 to go. Silverstein to inbound it. Looking for Lafaele, not going to get it to him. Here's Cowles. Cowles stood on the baseline again, or was he fouled? He stood on the baseline.
Well, player timeout here for the Nuggets. They have to get the ball in bounds before they can call it, but they should call it immediately and then have an opportunity here. Here we see it. Solid defense, Darcy Knox. And Kells wanted that extra step, didn't get it. We didn't see it on air, but there was the player timeout. Here it comes here. Player timeout again. Called. There we go. It's official now. Because the rule is, if you don't have the ball, you can't call the player timeout. So with 4 seconds left, what does this Nugget squad do? Remember, you can't substitute anybody in. If I'm the Nuggets, I want to see a back screen Bardsley on the rim, and whoever screened for him, if his man helps out, we should have that man stepping back to the basketball. So that's what I'll be looking for. Maybe Coleman in the strong side post to try and attack that Bardsley up high, receiving the screen. Aitchison's looking to be the passer. Let's see where it ends up.
Well, it's never over till it's over, is it? 29-26. Manawatū led with 21 seconds to play, and now Otago have a chance to win it.
They're going to look. Darcy Knox coming off. Bardsley on the elbow. Bardsley going to go to work here. 3 seconds left.
There's Bardsley. Got to put the shot up. Oh, he's done it on the buzzer.
Who is that man? Matt Bardsley. Puts him into overtime a week ago. This week, he gets the first Rapid League win of the season. He didn't want it. He wanted to pass it. He eventually gets the kiss off the glass for the 2-point Rapid League win.
Very nice performance there from Matt Bardsley. Maybe that game a bit tighter than it was looking early on in the match, but the Nuggets win this by 31-29. Freeman's top scored for Otago with 9. Matt Bardsley with 7. And Lachlan Crate with 12 for Manawatū. So that concludes the Sky broadband rapid league game. As we've just confirmed the stats for you from Chemist Warehouse, with Freeman, as I touched on, leading the scoring for Otago, and Craig with double figures for Manawatū.
And Freeman hit that big three to tie it up. If he doesn't do that, they don't get it, and Bardsley gets the win. Look at the rebounds. Aitchison doing a bit of everything today. Lafaeli, solid game. Jackson Stent supports him with 5 rebounds, as is Luca Richards. Off to the assists, where both teams were very unselfish with the basketball. Silverstein leading the way of all players with 3 of them, as Aitchison and Smiler lead the way for the Night and Day Otago Nuggets with 2 apiece. We did get some D in the end. Coleman and Kells with a block apiece for both squads, and finishing on the steals. And that's where I think the Jets lost this game. The activity of the Nuggets, getting those extra possessions. In the end, too many turnovers for the Nuggets. They had 14 in the 16-minute ball game, and that is why the Night and Day Otago Nuggets are going home victors of their first Rapid League game of the season.
Yeah, really good win for them right on the buzzer. So there it is. That wraps up the action in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Don't forget, at 7:30, we'll have tip-off in the Cells NBL game between the Nuggets and the Jets. In the
We've got some highlights.
We've got some highlights of a Nuggets-Jets game, I think, from last year coming up. Stay with us.
is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster. E for exciting, entertaining, energy, and epic. Cells NBL 2024 rated E.
Well, kia ora everybody. It's a really warm welcome to you here in Dunedin for this coverage of the Cells NBL for 2024. Get set for the Otago Nuggets and the Manawatū Jets. Otago coming into this game having won their only clash against the Southland in overtime. Manawatū 1-1. They've beaten Southland but lost to Taranaki. Glenn Lama here, Casey Frank alongside me today. Looking forward to this game and looking forward to seeing how Manawatū back up from a very good win against Southland.
It was an impressive showing. They came out and really dominated, but who do you think's going to win tonight is the question, Glenn. There you got the 64% on the Nuggets, 36% on the Jets. Remember, get your phones out, use that QR code, and the winner of this week's competition is in for a free Sal's pizza. So all you got to do is get the questions right, and you might be the one to win. I got to tell you, I'm kind of leaning Jets myself, Glenn.
Wow, are you? So are you surprised that percentage isn't a little closer?
A little bit. This Nuggets team, you know, they played the Southland Sharks and barely got to overtime. Should have lost that game. For the most part, the Jets handled that Southland Sharks squad pretty easily. Of course, they've gone through some changes. They sent their import home. So we'll see exactly who's got the medal today when these teams meet tonight.
Well, here is the ladder heading into round number 2. Manawatū with a 1-1 record sitting in 8th place. Otago with that overtime win, 116-112, have started the season off in good fashion. Can they continue it here on their home court in this game? Of course, one key player back in the lineup is Ty Webster. So looking forward to seeing him in action shortly. We'll check out the rest of the starting fives in just a moment for you for both teams. Here is the draw coming up over the next couple of days, though, for you. Double header tomorrow. We're in Nelson for the Giants-Saints clash, Tauranga for the Whai Tuatara clash, and then on Sunday we're back at Pukekohe for the game between the Bulls and the defending champion Canterbury Rams.
Some interesting games going on there. A lot of action here in the second round.
As we check out the starting fives now, here's the Manawatū team. Don't think there's too many surprises here with Heron, Scott, Harrison, Judd and Baxter Jr. all ready to go.
A lot of talent on that team, but Campbell Scott might be the most important player stepping in for the injured Jasper Rentoy. Played 40 minutes the other night. If he can find some good shooting and control the basketball without turning it over, give the Jets a great chance.
And the coach of the Jets is Ngātu Taufale.
It was a good start to the southern swing against the Sharks. What do you need to do well tonight to go home with 2 wins?
Yeah, I think we need to take care of the ball. Our ball maintenance has to be better, and I think we need to stay composed when teams make runs. The Nuggets are a really unique and dynamic group because they're very small, but they're very quick. So that's going to cause us some problems. So we've just got to be constant on the defensive end, and I think that'll put us in good stead.
You're down a point guard and the Nuggets are bringing in Ty Webster. Is stopping him the key part of your game plan tonight?
You can't stop Ty Webster. We have to do it collectively, and the idea is to try and limit his touches as best we can, and then as a collective limit everyone else from playing well. So it's going to be a challenge here.
Thanks, Ngātu. All the best.
Ngātu Taufale there, the Manawatū coach. As we have a look now at the Otago Nuggets starting five. And Ty Webster all cleared to play. They're looking forward to seeing Webster, 54-game veteran for the Tall Blacks, of course, in there. Also joining them in the starting five today, Darko, Kelly, Lawrence, the two imports, Ben Henshaw, of course, from Australia, and Jack Andrew had a very solid game in game number 1 against the Sharks.
18 rebounds in game 1. Ben Henshaw, fantastic player. 19 years of age, might be the youngest import in the history of the league, but it's all about Ty Webster coming back in. That's going to make everything easier for everybody else. And let's be honest, he's pretty fun to watch. He's got that big smile on his face. Who else do you want to watch bringing the basketball up the court?
Well, I know who's going to enjoy having him back too, is the coach of the Nuggets, Brent Matahaere.
Ty Webster is in for tonight's game. How important is he for you this year, and what are you expecting from him in this game?
Oh, that big smile. In terms of importance, look, he's an elite player, and so if we get that out of him, we're going to be pretty tough this year.
The Jets looked good against the Sharks last night. What did you take away from that game?
Oh, look, they're doing a great job. Like the locals are really stepping up. Campbell Scott and Liam Judd just going amazing, and sort of their imports as well are chiming in and are playing a real team game. So, real challenge for us tonight to take that away from them.
Thanks, Brent, and all the best.
Yeah, Brent Matahaere there. He's a great coach for Otago. Been coaching this team for a while now, hasn't he? Since 2020. Just reminding you of the poll there too, with that percentage just tightening up a little bit. They'll keep an eye out for that one a little bit later on. Right, let's have a look at these head-to-heads. Heron and Henshaw in the scoring department, but there's going to be action at the other end of the court too, Casey.
It certainly is. I think it's the size of the Jets. Heron's a big wing as well against the speed and quickness of this Nugget squad. You see Henshaw leading scorer 21, Andrew Harrison. They're going to be on the glass. I think it's going to be a tough day for Andrew with the length of Harrison, but it really does come down to the turnovers. If the Jets can control the basketball, not turn it over, I think they can come away and steal a doubleheader in the Deep South. If not, Otago's going to start the season 2-0.
Indeed. Another player looking to make an impact off the bench for Manawatū in this game is Jackson Stent.
My name is Jackson Stent, from Christchurch originally. Went to finish my career at Milton Grange High School in Christchurch, but went to Auckland as well. So played forward, and this is my second year with the Jets, third year in the league.
So what things have you learned from your time with the Rams?
I think just playing professional. Didn't really matter whether it was the Rams or the Jets. This is professional basketball, so coming in and just learning how to hold yourself. When I was with the Rams, I had some really good vets. I had like Mike Carino, Sunday Ditch over with the Aussie NBL, so those guys taught me kind of how to be a professional. professional and how to handle stuff on and off the court, and then trying to bring that into this young team before it was getting blown out was kind of the Jets' mantra. But I think coming in, like we talked about the 5-year plan, like we're not getting blown out anymore. We're coming in and competing, and even though we dropped a few close ones last year.
Well, Jackson Stent, yeah, he's going to look forward to seeing him. He's a 26-year-old and had extensive experience in college as well. Hoping to get some minutes here in this game today. So not too far away from a start in this clash between Otago and Manawatū. Ty Webster back in New Zealand, folks. 9 points per game, 3 assists per game for the Wildcats, all through the Aussie NBL. And that percentage is closing, isn't it? The gap between them.
Creeping on up. I like it.
It's all down to you, Casey.
The power. I feel the power and the influence I got here. Maybe I should use it for better things. But now we'll stick with the tips. We'll stick with the tips.
So there's still time for you to enter if you just scan that QR code and
I'll look up the app. Making picks?
Yeah, what's the... Spell it out again.
Mix and pick, M-I-X-N-P, just like the night and day Otago Nuggets. You got that N in there, but have a little fun before the game, and who knows, maybe when you sell Sal's Pizza. But this is going to be an interesting one. This Manawatū Jet squad, we know that they only have Tyrell Harrison for a limited amount of time. He's here for a couple more games. That's more than likely it. How much of a buffer can the Jets give themselves? I like this lineup they have, with Mustafa Heron out there on the wing, with Baxter Jr. not having to be the big man, to be that 4-man starting, using his athleticism. Of course, Tyrell Harrison makes everybody better. He cleans up a lot of mistakes in the middle. He's an excellent rebounder on that other end. This Nugget squad, we saw some excellent play in that first round, in particular from Kamani Lawrence. He had 18 points, 14 rebounds in that first victory. I like Jack Andrew finally getting his chance. He was an apprentice to Sam Timmons for years down there. Now that he's got it, he's grabbed it with both hands. 16 rebounds in that opening game. But with Henshaw, his scoring ability, this is a talented young player. Ty Webster in that backcourt. Will the Nuggets have too much top-end talent for this Manawatū Jet squad?
Yeah, well, a lot of it's going to rest on Tyrell Harrison. 17 points per game in the 2 games so far, 19 rebounds.
And then we got the ball fella coming out with the backpack on.
Oh, he's loving it.
Mustafa Heron's got to get out of the way for the picture. He knows it now. Back to the side. He gets a backpack. Well, we got some pies in there. We got to be a pie. If it's a night and day bag, got to be a pie.
Buy something for the next 6 months at night and day, right? There's the tip. It's Andrew winning it straight away for the Nuggets, and they want to make a fast start, and they do. And that's a very good basket for Lawrence.
Monty Lawrence picking up where he left off. I love the speed in transition. Already the Nuggets looking like they're playing at a different pace than they were without Ty Webster.
Absolutely. Now Judd, very good performance from Judd across the first 2 games, 17 points per game. He's a key player. Now Scott. Shot clock down to 5 already. Tough defense here from Otago to start with Heron. He's going to have to put up the long ranger, and it was an air ball.
That's good defense there, closed out. Mustafa Heron wanted to use that up fake, but when you don't go for that fake, you stay with him. Made that last second shot a little off balance and much more difficult.
So Otago make a solid start at both ends of the court. Nice rebound for Harrison, his first one of the evening. Sure, couldn't convert the basket. Now Scott trying to get around Webster. Didn't take steps. Now Scott's going to put up a 3-pointer, and he starts off in great fashion.
Well, he's been playing so well. He really has always had that 3-point shot, but now his teammates have confidence in him hitting it as well.
Webster. Oh, clever basket there from Ty Webster.
All class. I mean, it is not easy to finish over Tyrell Harrison. He's a legit 6'11" with a long wingspan, and Ty Webster just drops that rainbow over for the 2-pointer.
It's a 1-point game early in this one. Now Heron step back 3-pointer.
That's strong. Henshaw, I think, got away with a little bit of a grab, but that strong chest move by Mustafa Heron, taking it to the young fella a little bit. Good defense in the end.
Lawrence going all the way again. Couldn't roll it in.
Oh, that is an unkind iron halfway down.
Baxter Jr. Judd just keeps it in the court, but it's been turned over. And here comes Henshaw, and he's driving, and doesn't roll it in.
The ghosts of the Edgar Center are denying the Nuggets early. That is 2 definitive layups that I thought were going down, but just not getting the roll that you'd hope for.
I'm just checking to see if Manawatū got an invisible player out there. Oh, that's right. Can't see him.
Could be. I think it's the ghost of the Edgar Center pass. And maybe that's why it's so cold in there later on in the year.
There's a nice little long arm move there from Heron. Manawatū leading by 1.
Yeah, real nice strong drive to his preferred left hand, and has that extension at the rim to take any kind of defense out of the equation for the finish.
Scott, a little blocking foul.
Yeah, if I'm Ty Webster, I'm going right at Scott. You know, I have a lot of respect for what you do, but guess what? This is time for the big boys. I'm coming today. I'm going to put some pressure on you and see what you got.
Going baseline, another foul on Campbell Scott.
And that's why the Jets do not have a lot of answers handling the ball outside of Scott. Remember, Jasper Rentoy out for the season, their in-point point guard, with that unfortunate knee injury in the first few minutes of game 1. Scott did well in game 2. 2 fouls early, they're leaving him in the game. He's got to stay out of foul trouble now.
Webster couldn't get the basket. Andrew couldn't get the offensive rebound.
Dear Lord, these balls will just not drop for the Nuggets.
Oh, nice dribbling skills there from Liam Judd. Gives it to Harrison.
I have not seen 3 surefire buckets that looked like they were going down, just refuse to rattle home. As we take another look at the Liam Judd handle, finding Harrison inside before the foul on that weak side there.
Ooh, a shooting foul too.
I think pretty fortunate there for Harrison. Didn't look like he quite had control of the basketball just yet, but hey, if you're gonna send me to the line, I'll take it.
Harrison,
says the big fella.
65% from the free throw line across the first 2 games.
Real coup for the Jets to bring him in temporarily in place of James Morris, who's playing in Belgium, of course. But that season does not finish up until early, maybe late May, depending on playoffs. What a pass by Webster.
Oh, what a 3-pointer there from Henshaw.
Too easy. Henshaw just goes up, catches and shoots. That is poor transition defense on the free throws there by the Jets.
Now Scott. Barsley out there now.
Oh, they want to go test Andrew. Going into Harrison down low. Beautiful pass, but doesn't quite get there. Ends up being a turnover. Troy Baxter Jr. is a guy who's, I think, trying to really find his way with this Jet squad. He's such a mercurial player, but he needs to get that ball in hand just a little bit so he can just get a feel for it and where he fits in this offense.
Lawrence. Another very tidy basket from Kamani Lawrence.
Very smooth. Loves that mid-range, loves to attack the basket, and that little 14-footer he makes look much easier than it actually is.
4 points for Lawrence. There goes a 3-pointer from Judd. It's well off target. Henshaw picking up the loose ball, and down court he comes. He gets another foul out of Judd, but the foul was before the basket.
It looked like he picked it up and took the contact. Take another look at it. We see him dribbling along here. Yeah, very close, but either way, it doesn't matter. Ball goes to the sideline. Ben Henshaw trying to explain, I was in my gather. And Sherman Martin says, you are gathering yourself to the sideline to inbound the basketball.
Talent, isn't he? He's already, of course, played for the Australian Boomers. He's only 19. Now here's Lawrence again. Oh, lovely, Kamani Lawrence.
Oh, he has a real nose for the basket. His ability to slice through the Jets defense is determining the outcome early in this first quarter.
Absolutely, he's got the Manawatū Jets on the chopping board at the moment, and he's slicing and dicing. Here is Heron. Harrison up there trying to win it, and it's going to be Otago ball. So Lawrence has 6 points already.
How improved is this Otago Nugget squad with Ty Webster? Of course, still have Dante Russo-Nance to come in, who's nursing a wrist injury. So that is going to be one terrific guard lineup.
See, and there's a reach-in foul there by Liam Judd.
I think he picks up his second personal there. No, sorry, first personal on that one, so fortunate for him. Yeah, you see it there. It's all racks the arms up, and that is a shooting foul as well. So off to the line goes Ben Henshaw.
Chemist Warehouse strike.
Lovely to see him at the Chemist Warehouse. Picking up a couple of free throws, hits the first.
Henshaw only had 2 free throws in his first game, missed them both. Gets both of those ones. So a nice little lead here for Otago early in the game. It's a 6-point lead. 6 to play in the first half. Hope you're enjoying this Cells NBL round 2 clash here from Dunedin. Mustafa Heron almost losing the ball under pressure from Bardsley. And he's all over Heron there.
Matt Bardsley's just a fantastic player in this league. His ability to play multiple positions, defend everywhere. Of course, he hit the game-tying shot to force it in overtime for their initial victory. And just earlier today, wins the Rapid League with a last-second bucket.
Yeah, that was an exciting finish. Bardsley tried to bat it in.
Right at Heron, right to the chest. And you see Heron complaining about that move into his chest, which Matt Bardsley really displaced him by dropping that shoulder. But the aggressiveness pays off. Look at this move, straight into the chest. Boom, get off me. Might have been a foul, but certainly a foul on the shot as well. The volleyball tap doesn't go in, but back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe goes Matt Bardsley.
Yeah, Bardsley, 70% free throw shooter this season so far. 17 points last in that round 1 victory over the Sharks. And there's his first point today.
He's really made himself into a player that this Nuggets team can depend on. And certainly one of the fan favorites as a 6th man coming off that bench.
Manawatū need a basket now. Gone a bit cold. Here's Scott.
Heavy substitutions for him as well. We've got no Mustafa Heron, and the offense is suffering.
Yeah, Crate lost it. Henshaw.
And one.
Nice finish from Ben Henshaw.
On your head, Liam Judd says Ben Henshaw. He hustles to try and get back into play and take that away, but Ben Henshaw always had the advantage. I love how he doesn't give up on the play, but he gets the foul, the N1, off to the Chemist Warehouse for the 3-point play opportunity as the Nuggets are in control early. The Jets struggling to find their flow offensively in their second game of the week.
Yeah, no surprise that Ngātu Tawhale has caught a timeout for the Jets. They haven't scored since 7:28 left in this first period, so they've been scoreless now for over 2 minutes of play.
And what's really concerning for him, I think, at this point is the foul trouble. A lot of foul trouble already in this one. 2 fouls on Heron, 2 fouls on Campbell Scott, and now 2 fouls on Liam Judd. That is a majority of your lineup already deep in foul trouble. And when you're deep like that, might as well get yourself a pizza. $30 from Sal's. Pizza makes everything feel better.
It does.
There's your Sal's NBL deal of the week, valid until 10th of April.
Why not get it now? It's dinner time, isn't it?
It certainly is. I can order one, pick one up on the way back after the game. It'd be fantastic.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, everything going right for Otago at the moment, Casey.
Well, I like the pace with which they're playing, and defensively, they're a bit more stiff in the back today than they were in their opening round against the Southland Sharks. And that was a game where I think they were really lucky to come out with the win in overtime. Sharks up 5 with 1.5 minutes to play, and just weren't unable to close that door at the end. Now just this Jet squad, 1-1 in the season, but feeling pretty good about themselves after that Southland Sharks win. They got to get back down to the nitty-gritty and find some tough interior basketball, I think, to get back into this game. The speed of the Nuggets right now taking the advantage. Let's make it an arm wrestle, bring him back inside, try and get that ball to Harrison down in the low block.
Well, Henshaw completes the 3-point play. He already has 8 points. Now Campbell Scott left wide open for that 3. And Henshaw now doing it at both ends with the rebound. Lawrence. Coleman is out there now. Lawrence, another reverse layup.
Well, he is really showing a tidy touch around the basket, attacking everybody. Hasn't shown a lot of range, but the Jets are still giving him up that dribble drive for the layup, and he is taking advantage of it.
And Judd is going to be going to the line to shoot a couple. 12-0 run for the, in fact, it's a 15-point run for the Nuggets at the moment.
And the Jets just don't have any answers on either end right now. I like the drive by Liam Judd, doesn't settle. Ty Webster gets his hand caught in the cookie jar trying to knock that one away. All for naught as sends Liam Judd back to the line. with his quality moulet.
Absolutely.
Not the best in the league, I don't think, but it is a very good one.
Yeah, it might be the end of the league. It might be the best in the league if he leaves it to grow.
I don't know. Oh my, Lawrence! Come on now. Somebody stop this man from driving. The seas are parting. Don't they know that Moses and the Red Seas was last weekend for Easter? It's all over now.
Well, Lawrence concedes a foul at the other end of the court. But man, he's on fire. He's got double figures already, 10 points.
Just had the 18 points in the opening round. It was huge down the stretch, but the percentages with which he's playing right now, 5 for 6 from the field. And they're just all layups. Nobody's been able to stay in front of him. There's no weak side help, no second side defenders to deter those finishes.
You can see Lawrence in the background there taking a seat on the bench.
He's 5 for 6, you're putting him down on the bench.
Well, I suppose Brent Matahari is sinking 13-point lead.
I'll tell you what, if I'm 5 for 6, you can go ahead and leave me out there, coach. If I got 10 points in 5.5 minutes, go ahead and let me see if I can't keep this one going. Let's stick to the regular rotation some other time.
So Baxter Jr. it is at the line. Cuts the lead back to 11, but Otago in control early. Still 4 minutes left in this first quarter, and a bit. As Knox comes forward, here's Webster trying to work off Andrew. Webster for a three-pointer, and he gets his own rebound. Remarkable there, Webster.
Oh, what a bit of skill. Tracks it down and just has a nose once again for the rim. The Jets right now just have nothing to keep the Nuggies out of the paint.
Well, 4 points for Webster, and there is a three-pointer from young Lachlan Crate.
Well, the 17-year-old coming out and showing his wares as well. Nice answer in response.
Webster tries to go over Crate, can't nail it. Scott's got the rebound now for Manawatū.
How about that? It's a stop for the Jets. Anything is possible.
Absolutely. Now Judd. Oh, plenty of space down the lane there, and Liam Judd says, thanks for coming.
Dropping the hammer. The moulet flowing about as he gets to and brings the Jets just a little bit closer.
Darcy Knox. Mid-range jumper is going to roll that one in. Lots of points coming in from both ends.
First roll I've seen on that rim today. Everything else was going the other way, but Darcy Knox has been dropping buckets on that end for a long time, stretching it back out to 10.
Here's Judd again. Baxter not getting up position in the key as there's a nice pick and roll, and Scott is going to help himself to 2 points.
Really nice use of his vision there. Looks off the defender by pretending he's going to deliver it to Harrison. Gets himself some space for the layup.
A little fadeaway from Webster, who just can't miss at the moment.
All
he has
skill.
6 points.
All skill on that one. Just going straight towards the baseline, the sort of one-legged off-balance shot. That is a beautiful touch on display for that finish.
Scott, again working off Baxter Jr. Crate. Now shot clock down to 6. Baxter's just going to pull up for a three-pointer, and Andrew's got it.
Well, he probably got fouled if he would have attacked the basket. Instead, he pulls up, so I think was able to have the referee not blow that whistle.
Knox fakes, drives, and then tries to deliver. Probably should have gone for the layup there. Scott gets the ball. That's a brilliant pass. And there's a foul there from Coleman.
Well, Campbell Scott was thinking what we were thinking. Get it to the Tallahassee Tomahawk for the finish. Just barely gets it over to the defender, though. Nice job by Aitchison to slow it down. And then on this end, big Robbie Coleman gets the foul, sending Troy Baxter Jr. back to the line. And great to see Troy Baxter Jr. returning to our shores. Of course, winning a championship a season ago with the Canterbury Rams. He was so key coming off that bench. One, accepting the role as an import, but the energy that he would bring into the game. I mean, this is easily one of the top athletes in the competition this year, and the Jets were very happy to snap him up.
Well, he has 4 points now as that lead is back to 8. Better signs for Manawatū over the last couple of minutes. They're just hanging in there.
Offense is good. They're getting some good looks now, but it's all about that defensive end. They got to get some defensive backbone, some fortitude, keep the Nuggets out of the paint.
Webster's still out there, working off Andrew. Now Lawrence, one-on-one with Simon Lafayette. Lawrence. And Harrison couldn't get the rebound. Andrew can't get the ball back in, but Lawrence can.
Well, this Nuggets team grabbed 63 rebounds in their home opener. They love attacking the glass, and they are already going to that weapon in the toolbox already.
The three-pointer attempt is no good from Judd. And now Henshaw back out there. Oh, it's back to their starting five are the Nuggets. Henshaw mid-range jumper is good.
Just too easy. Nice screen by Andrew, but Henshaw uses it so well, finds that space on that little retreat dribble for the 14-footer finish.
Here's Judd. Just over a minute left in this first half. Ooh, a little foul there from Andrew by the look of it on Harrison.
I like the thought of getting it to the big fella, but that's a tough angle. Kick it to the corner first, let him make the entry pass. Then it'll be easy for Harrison to get it. As it is, Jets fortunate to be able to get that whistle and send Big Harrison to the free throw line.
Well, Harrison hasn't even put up a shot from the field yet, so good defense on him so far.
Yeah, good defense. I think that's more has to do with the plan of attack from the Jets. They just have not been focused on getting the big fella touches. You know, a lot of his offense in these first couple of games has come with the work he does on the offensive glass. You know, they're not running a ton of plays for him. They're finding him as that roll man when he gets to the short corner, gets the dots on the drives. But I'd like to see the ball in his hands just a little bit more.
1 from 2 from that visit to the Chemist Warehouse stripe there for Tyrell Harrison. There's the Nuggets on the rotation. Bardsley back out there to Henshaw. Goes for a three-pointer. Well short that time. It's not going to fall for Harrison, though, as Andrew gets it. Here's Bardsley.
Oh, with the left. Thought he was going up with the right. Would have had an easy finish. Instead, brings it back under and makes a more difficult angle. But Bardsley attacking the rim, a real threat off that bench. What do the Jets have in response?
Biggest lead of the game again, but it doesn't last long as Harrison. That's classic Tyrell Harrison there.
Well, you know, not the way I'd give the 7-footer involved is giving him the ball at half court and saying go to work. But hey, same result that I was hoping for.
Yes, Henshaw. Andrew setting the screen again. Three-point attempt from Darcy Knox is good.
Well, so much attention being paid to Henshaw at the top that defender sagged off, gave Darcy Knox the vision. Nice pass by Henshaw.
Last play of the first quarter, and it's going to be Harrison. Can't nail the basket. Disappointed that didn't go in, but look at that margin. It's a very healthy one for the Otago Nuggets, the biggest of the game, 36-22 at quarter time here in Dunedin. Second quarter not too far away from starting here in Dunedin, and the home team here, Otago, comfortably ahead on the scoreboard, 36-22. And it's probably a bit too early for the Otago players to eat this pizza special from Sal's, but it will taste sweet if they can carry on playing like they did in the first quarter.
No doubt about it. Use that QR code or that online code, Sal's Dribble, for that deal. Well, what they really need to be concentrating on, the Jets, is a little bit of defense. and keeping care of the basketball. Out-rebounded 12-5 in that quarter. 24 shots for the Nuggets, just 12 for the Jets.
Absolutely, 36 points, a lot of points to give up. Harrison, poor pass that time, I think, from Judd. He's clocked one in the nose there, and that's going to go against the Otago Nuggets.
Yeah.
Fell on Darko Kelly, I think.
Yeah, just unlucky. Darko Kelly just brings his elbow through afterwards. Unlucky, just takes it through and straight to the bridge of the nose of Liam Judd. Actually, it just looked like a graze. Nothing real will. He was just trying to make a basketball move, but that is the way the cookie crumbles. Darko Kelly goes straight back to the bench already. We have a timeout to the Nuggets. So,
wow.
Guess they're going to discuss something. Not sure exactly what it is they want to discuss after that. Didn't seem to help me a lot into it, but you know, a bit of a chance for us to have a yarn and take a look at these stats from that first quarter. I mentioned earlier, Nuggets 24 shots. Well, they made 15 of them. Thanks to Chemist Warehouse, their stats partner of the NBL. 62% the Nuggets are shooting from the field right now. 6 for 15 on the Jets. Just 15 shots overall. And inside the arc, they're 4 for 6 at 66%, but it's all about those rebounds. 12 rebounds for the Nuggets, just 6 for the Jets right now. And I did mention that in their last game, the Nuggets were absolutely terrorizing the Southland Sharks on the glass to the tune of 63 rebounds. The problem with that game was 23 turnovers. You've inserted Ty Webster, you've seen the turnovers go down. Henshaw's been able to find a lot of freedom because of the attention being made to Webster. Jack Andrews finding some space inside, and certainly Kamani Lawrence has to be pretty fond of the space that's been created for him in the driving lanes.
Absolutely, just 2 turnovers in the game for Otago. Lawrence has 12 points, Henshaw has 10. So those 2 players already in double figures. So yeah, interesting call to make or to have a timeout very early in the second quarter. Only 18 seconds have been played in this quarter.
I'll tell you one thing about that timeout. Glad we didn't have cameras in there, because if you call timeout that quick, there's some colorful words being spread from the coach to the team.
Yes, indeed. Here's Harrison trying to go on Lawrence. Harrison, he's called for traveling.
Oh, that's a tough call. I mean, with all the contact between him and Lawrence there, I like the step through. It looked like he was pretty solid with the footwork before he got the kiss, but I think the Otago Nuggets bench was able to get in the ears of Sharon Martin there and just rally for that travel call. Another turnover for the Jets now.
And here come the Nuggets through Ty Webster.
Turnover number 6 for the Jets.
Henshaw. He's got a nice shot on him as Harrison gets the ball for the Jets. No, that one didn't fall for Henshaw. Now Heron tries to work on Henshaw. And Heron, just a bit hard off the glass. Can't get this second putback, and here comes Ty Webster on the run. Webster, and Lawrence is foul driving to the basket.
And Liam Judd picks that one up. That's going to be his 3rd personal foul. And that's probably one you want to let go. Nice job by Ty Webster, drawing multiple defenders, opening up that driving lane for Kamani Lawrence before that opportunity was fouled away. On the other end, I like the thought process by Heron, challenging the younger Henshaw. You know, if you're going to be a man in a man's game, you got to step up. He's a young fella, still a teenager. See what we can do. He held up well.
Well, with 3 fouls on Liam Judd, he checks out, and Lafayette is back in. So Manawatū Taufale taking no risks with Liam Judd early in this quarter. I don't think we'll see much of Liam Judd for the rest of this quarter at all.
Well, it depends on how desperate the Jets get. I mean, right now, they're in desperate need of that energy that he brings, and no use saving those fouls if you're going to be down 20, because it's just not going to happen for him, for this Jet squad. They don't have the energy, having played already once this week. I think to come from behind from a huge game, they need to start making those inroads now.
Baxter Jr. Harrison. Lawrence there in a flash. Harrison's lost his poise and his footing, but he is being fouled.
Come on, Lawrence, I think, gets pinged with that one, and he's a bit upset about it. the contact, take another look at it. Aggressive move by Harrison, nice crossover. You see the shove there, you see the reach, pretty obvious foul from that angle.
I like the fact that Harrison is getting his hands on the ball more now though.
I'd like it better if it wasn't at the three-point line. I mean, you are asking that big fella to do a lot to create his offense from up there. But certainly like the fact that he's aggressive. I like the mindset. Well, you know, can we get a little catch down there in the low post? Down there on the box?
Well, that's the work on, I guess, in this game for the Jets. On the Chemist Warehouse stripe, Harrison 2 from 2 on that visit. Lead is 12 for Otago. Now Webster. Oh, nice. Too fast. Ty Webster.
Well, Tyrell Harrison paying attention to the cross-screen action, and that just opens up that door completely wide open for the Webster finish.
8 points for Webster. Here's Harrison. That's more like it from Tyrell Harrison.
That's beautiful footwork. I mean, that is a difficult shot. Andrew does pretty well, but the fancy footwork makes for an easy finish, and the Jets staying within touch distance at 12 here.
Webster. It's the screen from Andrew. Webster goes for a three-pointer. And Harrison working hard at both ends of the court for Manawatū now.
Picks up his 5th rebound there to go along with 9 points.
Oh, Baxter Jr., that was special.
That's pretty. It's so pretty. The finger roll going away from the basket. Nice touch on display there.
He had an extension cord on his arm there. It just went out a little bit longer, didn't it?
He's got those kind of abilities, those go-go gadget arms.
Exactly. Here's Henshaw. Lucky to get it back there. And then a little bit of showtime doesn't work as we see Scott on the fast break now. And Scott will go all the way for 2 for Manawatū. Nice little period here for the Jets.
Well, they're starting to get some good looks and much better defense. The looks aren't quite so easy outside that Webster drive, forcing a couple turnovers, finding some action in transition as well.
Andrew Webster. Nice ball out to Henshaw, who creates space for himself beautifully. Andrew picks up the loose ball.
Another
Henshaw.
offensive rebound for the Nuggets, and those second chance opportunities, deadly.
It hurts, doesn't it?
Henshaw missed one. He will not miss 2. Up to 13 points now as the lead stretches back to 11.
Lachlan Crate, the 17-year-old, coming back in here. Mind you about Lachlan Crate, he was playing for the New Zealand under-16s last year at the Asian Championships when New Zealand finished 2nd. He averaged 15 points per game and 4 rebounds per game, and here he is playing in the NZNBL.
They have high hopes for him in Manawatū. He is certainly one of those foundation pieces they want to see in the green color for the next couple of years.
Here is Baxter Jr. can't get the three-pointer, and now Henshaw. Off he goes. Going to work on Baxter Jr. Oh, the confidence of the 19-year-old.
Look at the wiggle. Look at that little wiggle, freezing Baxter Jr. before that little fadeaway. You got to get that fadeaway to create that extra space against an athlete like Baxter Jr., and he does it well.
Ty Webster, of course, it's a teammate of Ty Webster's at Perth. And here's a foul that time on Bardsley.
The Eel getting caught up with Baxter Jr., putting the body on the line. Here we see another look at it, just the drive through. He tries to step through and just powers through Matt Bardsley. He tries to take the charge, and we're getting shots off that one. I wasn't sure he was going up for the basket, but Baxter Jr. rewarded for his effort to the rim. He does not look happy about the contact to the face, but it doesn't affect the free throw strike from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Baxter Jr. Again, that lead was back to 8 a moment ago, but it's back out to 12, now 11 again. 6 to play in the second quarter. Robbie Coleman, nice hands. Now Andrew trying to work on Harrison, doesn't get the basket. Harrison snatches it.
He's really coming up big here in this second quarter. 9 points, 6 rebounds now.
He's getting nicely warmed up, isn't he, Tyrell Harrison? Now Heron going baseline. Good defense, no foul by Henshaw. He's having a heck of a game, Ben Henshaw.
Putting it together on both ends, solid on offense, especially with 15.
He lures a little reach in there. I think that was on Heron.
Henshaw, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists already in this quarter. I mean, that is impressive. And he's drawn 4 fouls as well. I mean, just fantastic impact on the game here through 15 minutes. And just a maturity that you would not guess if you knew his age.
Absolutely, and there's a nice play there from Henshaw again to Lawrence, who's fouled.
Get that power forward involved once again. I like the attack against the big Tyrell Harrison as well. Always attack the big. You got to close that space on a shot blocker. Can't let him time it up. And Lawrence, who is so effective in that first quarter, looking to build on his 12-point total. He goes with the first. Monty Lawrence, 6 for 8 from the field right now, 12 points. Plus 17 in this ball game.
Oh, he's got 14 now with those 2 free throws. As Otago go back to a 13-point lead.
And make that a plus 19 now. What an effect he's had in these limited minutes.
Pressure up high too from Darcy Knox and Calvin Scott. Oh, he's flicked a switch.
That was pretty quick. Now you see me, now you don't.
Well, Coleman reacted very well there.
Good help on the weak side, but look at this. I don't quite have the angle for it, but a quick first move. Monty Lawrence just says, I see you now, I see you later.
I didn't blink then, Casey. I think I would have missed it otherwise. As we see Baxter Jr. at the free throw line again. A couple rattles home for him. He has 8 points from the line, 10 in the game. So he's only put up 3 shots in the game. Troy Baxter, what about that from Lawrence? And the pass to Robbie Coleman doesn't go in, but it's Coleman off to the Chemist Warehouse strike.
Come on, Lawrence looking very comfortable around that basket, whether it be on the block or attacking from the elbow. That time drops it off to Coleman, sending them off to the Chemist. See if you can't find the answer for what ails him with a couple of free throws.
There's Robbie Coleman's first point of the game. For another year, this is his 4th at Otago.
Already 5 offensive rebounds for the Nuggets. Jets really got to find a way to control that, especially with this deficit they're looking at right now.
Here's Harrison. Work on Andrew. That's a lovely move. Fortunately, the finish not quite there, but Lafaele got in there and got the rebound. Then he coughs it up to Henshaw, who just seems to get in the right spot every single time, doesn't he? Oh, no, this is going to hurt. No, it doesn't in the end. He's short with it.
Well, who's that going to go to? That's going to stay with the Jets. I think the boys in green fortunate on that whistle going their way. Henshaw is feeling it there, and why not? He does have 15 points already. Him and Kamani Lawrence have combined for 29 of the 47 for the Nuggets. What a start to that import duo's first half.
Crate back out there now. Here's Scott. Work off Baxter Jr. He's going to step back for a 3, and he nails it. Lovely shot there from Baxter Jr., his first 3 of the game.
And he likes to shoot him from out there. He's got the range, and because of his athleticism, you're more likely to give him some looks from out there than from around the bucket.
Good defense there on Webster by Crate. Really good stuff from him, and it's going to be Manawatū ball.
Oh, and looked there like Harrison might have twisted the ankle a little bit. Did that ball go off Tyrell Harrison's foot? They're having a discussion about it now, and it will stay with the Nuggets.
A little unlucky there, Manawatū, but check the 17-year-old defending here, the veteran Ty Webster.
Good defense, shows the length, and whose foot did that go off? I think after it bounced out of Harrison's hands, might have knocked off Crate's foot there.
Webster, quick 3-pointer.
I can't close that space there. Crate a little too aggressive, and Ty Webster will take that foul. Happy he doesn't tweak an ankle on that landing space. We haven't really mentioned one import for the Nuggets yet today, and that's Z. Darko Kelly. Has only played 252, 3 fouls already. So impressive that the Nuggets have been able to foster this offensive attack with limited input from one of their 3 imports.
There's Ty Webster. Of course, he's going to be a key player for the Tall Blacks later on in the year as they try and, well, really upset the apple cart by trying to qualify for the Olympics, what is going to be a very tough competition up in Europe.
It ain't easy. The Olympic qualifying is not easy, but
only 12 teams make it, of course.
That's it, and only 3 from the Olympic qualifying tournament. And there's many a top 20 team in the world that's still involved, as Ty Webster says. Yeah, free throws don't want them. The triple, give me that.
Oh, shot there from Webster. He has 11. Here's Crate giving out to Lafayette. Nice fake there from Lafayette, and he's going to go to the line to shoot and 1.
Lachlan Crate showing a little bit. The drive, the nice dish to Lafayette, who uses that up fake again and gets the finish, the hoop, the harm. Not a lot of harm in it, but he'll take it. Lafayette, of course, started the first game of the season. Back to the bench today, but using that strong frame to give the Jets a little bit of a interior presence. What's needed on the glass right now is the Jets continue to hang around.
5 points for Simon Lafayette. 11-point game. $14-point margin it was at quarter time, so 2 down to 11. Was it 8 at one point? Oh, that was all but in for Darcy Knox, but a foul on the Jets.
Yeah, I think Baxter got hit in the head there. Beautiful little tip pass by Matt Bardsley, but is that on the rebound? That's going to send Baxter Jr. So take a look at the attack here. Just underneath there, it's Matt Bardsley get called for the push that got him. And Baxter Jr. got hit in the head, but it was from his own teammate. And I think that's what actually sold the whistle.
It was a real pinball in there, wasn't it?
Hey, as long as he gets to the line, he's happy with it.
Well, Baxter Jr.'s going great from the line. That's 9 from 10. Both teams in the bonus.
Baxter Jr. is making a living with that stripe right now. Love to see that shooting touch up to 15 points now.
Absolutely. 10 of them from the line. Henshaw. Triple team, no foul there by Harrison. Good work by him. Now Crate. Here's Scott. Giving it back to the young fella, Lachlan Crate. Good move by Crate. 2 points for him.
Don't be so mean, you're only 17. Lachlan Crate with the drive and the finish.
Yeah, it's 5 in the game, but a good comeback right there from the Nuggets.
Teenagers on the rampage in Dunedin, but don't worry, it's not the Scarfies. It's just the basketball players on the hardwood.
It's not quite capping week just yet, but Henshaw, he has been the star of the match so far.
He's been impressive. I mean, just so well under control. Up to 17 points now. We've seen several double-digit performances for the Nuggets. 15, Henshaw leading the way, 14 for Lawrence, 12 for Ty Webster. And in opposition, 15 points for Troy Baxter, the only double-digit score for the Jets. Tyrell Harrison has 9.6 rebounds. And it's the rebounds that are the issue. 14 rebounds in all for the Nuggets. Just the 18 for the Nuggets, but 7 of those on the offensive end. Those second chance opportunities really lifting the shots. They've had 9 more shots than the Jets have here in the first half so far.
So clearly for Natu Kalfale. Shown good resilience and good courage so far, Manawatū, after a very slow start. They get down to about 7, don't they? And then someone puts a force field up on halfway and they can't bust through.
They're doing very well to just stay within touch distance, but they haven't been able to execute to the level they need to execute on either end to really affect this Nuggets team just yet. Nuggets are cruising on offense. They're pretty much getting whatever they want. You know, they get that 15-footer, they're getting the drives. The Jets really haven't been able to impose their will defensively up to this point.
It's Campbell Scott again. Harrison working out on Jack Andrew again.
Oh, I thought there was some contact there.
No whistle that time.
Jack Andrew does well enough.
Darcy Knox. Three-pointer coming in from Coleman.
Great recognition by Coleman. The pick, the pop there. He knows he's getting guarded by Harrison, who loves to sit in the paint. He's down there at the block. Coleman has tons of space. Nice find to give him the ball there by Darcy Knox for the finish.
And there's 5 points. And just like that, that 7-point Deficit is back to 12 for the Jets.
What a
Scott.
screen by Harrison.
Lovely basket there on the run from Campbell Scott. It's 9 points for him.
Campbell Scott's really taking advantage of this opportunity with Rentoy out of the lineup.
Andrew thought about a three-pointer. Of course, he got one against the Sharks.
He's a good shooter. He's a little bit of slow in the release, but he does have some talent from out there.
Bardsley no good. Uncontested rebound there for Tyrell Harrison. 2 minutes left in this first half. Quick three-pointer is not going to drop there for Baxter Jr. Good work by Lafayette on the weak side. No foul by Henshaw, and we saw plenty of those reverse layups from Lafayette.
He loves to go for that reverse angled layup. He's such a strong player. You expect him to finish on that strong side, but the little flip on the reverse cuts it back to 8 once again.
5 points for Simon Lafayette. Knox. That's a good play, but Andrew couldn't finish. He probably should have there.
He thought Harrison was going to come a little bit tougher, but Harrison just gave that up completely. Andrew needs to go a little bit stronger instead. Jets got a chance to close it even closer.
Now Campbell Scott. A little foul there, I think, from Knox. Off the ball there.
And that's free throws.
In fact, Coleman's been picked for the foul there.
Is that going to be Scott going to line? Let's take a look at it. So he comes off here, the push. And so he pushes Lafayette there into the screen to Coleman. So I like that call. Coleman, the two-hand push, you're always going to get whistled for that. So that will be Lafayette going to the line when we come out of this timeout.
There's a lot of flags out there.
You know, they're waving it. The Otago Dance Squad.
I love the blue and golds down in Dunedin, 56-48. Leading scorer in the game, Henshaw is 17, Kamani Lawrence 14. Ty Webster, who's been in his first game, has looked silky smooth, hasn't he?
Oh, he always does. He's just completely under control. At times, the Nuggets have looked like they're going to take control of this game, but the Jets continually finding their way back in. And what's been impressive is they've kept this close here in the latter half of this first half with that man right there in front of your screen, Mustafa Heron on the bench. He has not been playing a lot because he does have those 3 personal fouls. Liam Judd's been on the bench with 3 personal fouls. Campbell Scott still has 2, so a lot of foul trouble. But the Jets hanging around. And this is a different Jet squad with Tyrell Harrison in this lineup. They're always going to be pretty tough. And the question is, can they close the gap a little bit further here in this final 1:13 of the half?
Yes, indeed. This is an important moment for the Jets here. This is one of the moments where, could blow out again, couldn't it? Double-digit lead. So Lafayette. At the line, that's the second free throw of the game. 3-point play earlier in the quarter. Get the second as first. Miss Harrison getting in there and just getting the vital touch to Crate. Here's Baxter Jr. Oh, yes, big 3 right there.
That is why it's great to have a player on your team with no conscience. And Troy Baxter Jr. has none whatsoever. Cuts it to 4. Troy Baxter Jr. having a blazing first half. 18 points now after that Harrison offensive board.
Henshaw. Nice little teardrop from him.
Yeah, splits the defense and shows off his skill once again, continuing to add to his score sheet up to 19 himself.
I've got a feeling Troy Baxter Jr.'s got most of those points in the second quarter. Scott couldn't get that jump up.
Well, they went for the 2-for-1 there. Still has an opportunity for the Nuggets to go 2-for-1, but they slow it down a bit.
Henshaw working off Coleman. Henshaw continues to output at a high level.
Just great recognition. That's an interesting timeout there by the Jets. They used their player timeout with 24 seconds left. I'm just going to inbound the ball and use up the entire shot clock. The problem is they now only have 14 on the shot clock, so the Nuggets have to get the ball back. A good chance for them to regroup here using the player timeout and get a great shot. Really important that they get a great shot here. And don't let this Nuggets team stretch this lead back to 10. That's going to give them a lot of confidence, and that's going to take some of the wind out of the sails of the Jets if they can't get it a little bit closer before halftime. Player timeout, of course, goes up into the front court. You can't peep it back, so just 14 left on the clock.
Scott. Harsley hassling Campbell Scott. Baxter Jr., is he going to feel it again from the three-point line here? Oh, he doesn't need to.
Oh, what a tip by Andrew.
Beautiful.
Still time on the clock. They've got to keep playing. Bardsley can finish with the dunk.
Well, it was Manawatū stopped playing there for a second, didn't they? As Scott looks for the Hail Mary, doesn't drop. So in the end, disappointing last 14 seconds right there for Manawatū.
Oh, they heard the shot clock go off, but the rim ball obviously hit the rim. Great job by the Nuggets to keep playing. That heads-up play is what that lets them go into lead with this 10-point, into the half with this 10-point lead.
Indeed, it was just 4 points just a few seconds ago, but Nuggets got a halftime lead, 62-52. Halftime wrap coming shortly here from Dunedin. So it's a 10-point margin here in Dunedin, round 2 of the Cells NBL for 2024. Otago Nuggets 62, Manawatū Jets 52. And it's been a game where Otago have dominated the scoring right from the start and have got out to a big lead, didn't they, Casey Frank?
Well, that is a big lead indeed. They've just always been able to hold this Jet squad off at arm's distance as we take a look at the Chemist Warehouse halftime stats. I do like the calmness with which the Otago Nuggets are playing in the half court. The Jets have always been chasing He had a huge second quarter there with 30 points in the second, but because they gave the Nuggets 36 in the first quarter, it didn't work well. Starting off with the blocks, just one in this ball game, and that goes to Lachlan Craig off to the points. Ben Henshaw, what a half, 21 points for the 19-year-old. Troy Baxter Jr. trying to keep the Jets in it with 18 himself, 10 of those from the stripe. Kamani Lawrence, 14 points. He had, I think, 12 of those in the first quarter. Looking at the rebounds, Harrison and Andrew, 7 apiece. Henshaw, not just the scorer, does it on the glass as well. As we shoot off to the assists, and the assist game, we've seen a little bit of one-on-one, but that hasn't stopped Jack Andrew from getting involved in the passing game. Henshaw as well, 3 assists for both of them. Scott and Lachlan Craig leading the way for the Jets at 2 apiece, and we saw the blocks there as a new Chemist Warehouse stats. But looking at the stats, 2 things really put out to me. The Nuggets, who of course had, I believe, 23 turnovers in their last game, just 4 at halftime of this one.
Wow.
What a difference a Ty Webster makes. You know, being
the composure of him.
Great composure. And on the other hand, the Jets staying in this game, how they're doing it? Free throws, 18 for 22 from the stripe. In round 1, only 2 teams shot over 70% from the free throw line, so the Jets have made some inroads there. As we see some of the youngsters out there getting the game involved in front of the big crowd. Got to enjoy that moment as a young player.
Manawatū just disappointed though those last few seconds. They had to cut that 13-point lead back to 4 with just seconds left in the first half, but in the end, Otago, really good composure from them to ease it out to 10 again. So 62-52, second half coming up here on Sky Sport right after this. 62-52, Otago heading into the second half with a 10-point lead over Manawatū Jets here in Dunedin, round 2 of the Cells NBL for 2024. Don't forget about that doubleheader tomorrow too, as we roll on through the season. Another game coming up on Sunday. All your fan favourites are in action. Saints, Rams, Franklin Bulls. And what about that? Oh, it's up to 40% now. There are some fans out there who've seen enough from Manawatū to back them.
There was a little stretch there where it looked like the Jets were going to get right back into this one. And my pregame pick was, of course, the Jets. Use that QR code, get in there, get yourself a chance to win a Sal's pizza. But I got to say, my initial pick is starting to feel a little slicey and dicey, much like the pizzas. I think the Nuggets might have enough in this one to take the victory. Bold claim, I know, when they're up 10 at halftime.
Exactly, but got to remember too, there was only a 4-point lead just seconds before the break.
The Nuggets are right there, especially considering one of their key guns, Mustafa Heron, has yet to fire. Just played 8.5 minutes in that first half and 1 for 7 from the field. Really was not able to get himself in the ball game. Of course, on the other end, there was an import who didn't play much time either. Darko Kelly, a total of 2 minutes and 52 seconds. His only stats is turnover, a steal, and 3 fouls. So he'll be hoping to impact things to a higher degree here in the second half.
Well, exactly. He only got 6 points in that game against Southland as well, shooting at 29%, Casey.
So it's looking for a way to influence the game a little bit more himself, get himself involved. Let's see if he doesn't get a little bit more court time, but good signs for the Nuggets to be able to play without him, and good signs for the Jets to find a way to get that offense going without Mustafa Heron. Personally, I would think that nothing's going to happen if they don't have that man going, but they found a way in the first half, and that way was certainly on the back of Troy Baxter Jr., 18 points, 10 of those from the stripe.
So mixandpick.com, just scan that code and get into it, folks. Well, Darko Kelly, we've just been talking about him, is going to start the second quarter. The third quarter, rather. And we're back to the starting 5, I think, for both sides. See Judd and Heron back out there now for Manawatū as well, as we're underway in quarter number 3. Here's Darko Kelly giving it to Webster. Inshaw. Nice pass to Lawrence. Good defense, though, by Harrison. In the end, it's going to be a foul against him.
I thought he was in decent position there. Lawrence created that. They're saying it's a block, but maybe just need to slide the feet a little bit more. A bit of a late whistle. Kamani Lawrence starting the second half the way he started the first. Attacking the rim off that on ball, finding a bit of space and making things difficult for Tyrell Harrison.
Lawrence's third visit to the Chemist Warehouse stripe in this game.
Bit of a hitch on that one, still able to find the net.
Doesn't matter how it goes in, it's if it goes in, Casey.
It's absolutely the truth, but
there's Heron.
You know, you want to look pretty at the same time. Come on, man.
He's got Heron. Back to a 12-point game, just like that, in the blink of an eye. It's Otago on an 8-point run now. Heron. Tough basket, that one. Good D there by Otago, and here comes Darko Kelly. Good outlet pass. Here's Henshaw. Can't nail the basket, and Scott's got the weak rebound. Off he goes, Campbell Scott. Baxter Jr. Judd can't get the rebound, and Andrews just got it in the nick of time.
Neither team really creating great offense in the early minutes of the second half. Both teams a bit impatient right now.
Darko Kelly, nice pass to Andrew, and he's got plenty of space there to lay that in for 2.
Well, nice on ball. Tyrell Harrison gets caught in no man's land. You're not helping on the shooter, you're not guarding your man. If you're not guarding anybody, you're in the wrong spot.
Heron. Well, the lead all of a sudden is the biggest again that it's been in the game. 14 points. All the hard work Manawatū to get back to claw their way back has come undone, and it could even be a bigger lead now for Otago.
Jets really settling. Nuggets not attacking the rim, and Darko Kelly doesn't get the finish there.
Didn't get the finish he probably should have as Judd comes down court now for Manawatū. Scott's open for 3 to take the opportunity. Good spin move there by Campbell Scott.
Oh, that's a seeing eyeball. Somehow finds its way in. Looked like it was short, but creeps over the rim for 2.
Well, Campbell Scott, 11 points for him.
Well, that's a clever little hezzy there. Before Jack Andrew apparently knocks that ball out of bounds.
It's going to be Manawatū ball.
And once again, the Jets just doing enough and hanging around. Outside of that Campbell Scott drive, haven't really liked the offense here in the first half. They've been settling, but that's been going back and forth as a seesaw, much like the metronome of this game.
Well, Heron lost it. Still going to be Manawatū ball, though. It's been knocked out of bounds by Webster.
Heron frustrated, feeling he's getting a little bit of contact there. And when you've got 3 fouls and no whistles against you, you tend to get a little bit of that frustration. To look at the foul, not much in it, but a bit. Well, no foul, actually. Sorry, just on the baseline.
Harrison.
Dime, almost. Ambitious. Nice cut by Judd, but Ty Webster with a good hand. 9 seconds on the clock now.
Heron to inbound it. Baxter Jr. Heron. He can get hot. Manawatū can cut this lead significantly. Nice drive to the basket there.
Well, he saw Lawrence on him. And Lawrence is a bit of a 3-4, but Heron's got that 2-3 skill set. Nice drive, nice finish. Back to 10.
4 points for Heron. He's only played 10 minutes of play after sitting down most of that first half, remember, and there is a foul coming in on Baxter Jr. It's going to be Lawrence going back to the line.
Well, he thought he got that one cleanly, but just a little bit awkward. Kamani Lawrence really does a nice job of finding space on that interior off the dribble, sometimes off the roll. This time just a couple of dribbles into Baxter, and yeah, it just looks like he might have got him on the arm there. Lawrence back to the free throw stripe. Chemist Warehouse. And doesn't need anything to ail that hitch. Instead he just gets a free throw. Oh my.
Yeah, that wasn't...
Did that hit the rim? I thought that must have hit the rim, otherwise they would have had to stop the play there, but
just nicked it.
Looked very smooth on those first 3 in terms of the makes, not the form.
18 points, 17 points for Lawrence. Now Scott.
Oh, Harrison gets pinged with that arm ball screen illegally, and he's a little awkward in that. When a big footer is setting a screen on you, that is on the man with the ball. You have to wait for that screen to be set. You have to let that big fella stop moving, get the momentum to stop him. Otherwise, that is going to be an easy whistle for a player that size.
Webster, what a pretty basket that was.
And he just gets Scott on his hip and keeps him in his pocket all the way to the cup. And it wasn't even deterred by the long arm of Tyrell Harrison.
He's got 14, shooting 60% from the field. More possession coming for the Nuggets.
And we've lost that free-flowing game the Jets had in that second quarter when they made a move. For instance, that one looked like Heron had the opportunity on the low post to get a shot up, but Baxter keeps it in his hands and just unforced error loses it out of bounds.
That's a big margin again for Otago. The pass from Webster this time was an absolute gem.
Baxter Jr. gambles, gets lost out of the play. That little stutter step by Webster frees up Lawrence for another 2. He's starting to go downhill himself, up to 19.
Biggest lead of the game now for the Otago Nuggets. Heron, there's Judd wide open for a 3. Can't convert. Darko Kelly's got it.
Danger time for the Jets here.
100%. There's Lawrence. Oh, it's a judge.
Good call. Baxter Jr. wore that one on the chest. Because Kamani Lawrence, he is a train on the tracks when he's driving. Darko Kelly drops it off to him and just straight through the chest of Baxter Jr. Good timeout here, I think, for Coach Natutafale. Needs to discuss things. 15 points down. The offense has been scattershot throughout this quarter. Settled. What are we running? Who do we want the ball in the hands of? Conversely, for the Nuggets, what's going well for us? We're making them take bad shots. We're attacking the rim. Let's up that efficiency just a bit and put this game to bed before the fourth quarter starts.
Well, a minute before the end of the second half, it was 56-52 to Otago. It's just a 4-point game. And Manawatū have gone pretty cold since then. Heavily outscored. Leading scorer in the game remains Ben Henshaw with 21. He hasn't scored in the second half. Kamani Lawrence has 19. Ty Webster's up to 14. Jeez, looked all class in this game, Ty Webster. Troy Baxter Jr., 18 points. Campbell Scott, 11 for Manawatū.
You know, for the Nuggets, everything just seems so easy in the half court. You know, they're just not really being pressed. Occasionally, the Jets are getting themselves close enough to make it feel like a ball game, but overall, the impression you get watching this game is that the Nuggets are under control.
Straight away, Manawatū struggling to rebound it effectively.
See, Darko Kelly just picks up his 4th personal, and a bit unfortunate because that was not a great pass. Campbell Scott didn't really have much of an angle, but must have been some grabbing there that's tough to see from the angle we're at.
Darko Kelly sits down with 4 fouls, no points. He's only put up 1 shot in the game. That layup, which he missed.
One of those days.
Yep.
Sometimes that whistle finds you. And you'd like to find yourself under a rock.
Scott almost stepped close to taking steps there. And pass away just in time. Now Harrison's going to work away on Andrew, is he? Nice move from Tyrell Harrison.
He's really developed his game in the post. He's got the ability to finish with the hook with either hand, and you can't really force him to one shoulder or the other because he has worked on that footwork to such a high degree these last few years.
11 points now for Harrison. Henshaw. Risky pass to Webster, but it was all good in the end. Here's Knox for 3.
And penetration, draw defenders, and Ty Webster always looking for teammates. This time Darcy Knox, the recipient. And we're up to 16, biggest lead of the ball game.
Heron, nice move baseline. In fact, as he stood on the baseline there.
That was close. Well, they're putting the ball up there, so they just called an offensive foul. If he had stood on the baseline, the ball would be on the baseline, but that to me looks like they're calling some type of foul there. Not 100% sure of the call, sorry about that, but if it was step on the baseline, it should have been where he stepped out of bounds. As we're taking another look at it, but we don't, thank goodness, because we are in live action.
Exactly, here's Henshaw. Rattles it in for 2. That's 23 for Henshaw.
And just too easy for him. 15-footer unguarded, that's going to be a bucket every time.
Heron. 18-point lead for Otago. Really making no race of this now. Here's Harrison. There's his strength again.
It's been the answer when you needed one. If you couldn't find anything else, you know you got the big fella down low. He goes to work again.
Andrew.
First bucket of the game? No.
Baxter Jr. with the rebound. Harrison. Mustafa Heron.
Nice pass.
Judd for 3. Convert it.
He's had 2 great looks out of that corner these last few possessions. Unfortunately, couldn't hit either of them.
Henshaw going to work again. Kicking it back out to Matt Bardsley, who's back out there. This is Webster. Knox wide open for 3. Back-to-back threes for Darcy Knox.
That's poor defense by Liam Judd. Just completely left Knox in the corner. Way too much space to close down. Nice find by Ty Webster. Recognizing that, getting to the Knox in time to get the shot off.
Heron trying to work on Webster. 3-pointer's no good from Scott, and Judd can't get the rebound. It's a Otago ball again.
Ooh, it looks like Liam Judd had that knocked out of his hands by Ben Henshaw, but must have hit his hand on the way out. Nice job by Ben Henshaw to do just enough to maintain possession. He's got 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals, putting together a stat line, the young fella.
Absolutely. Here's Webster. He's hardly missed in the game, but there is a real one for him, Scott.
Nothing but bullets, Terrell.
Exactly.
Going for the hospital pass from 2 feet.
Yes. Harrison. Baxter Jr. They need something, Manawatū. And Scott will get the offensive rebound and his 13th point.
Campbell Scott solid again, right place, right time, takes advantage, and that ball not off the Nuggets, but the one-man press of Liam Judd makes it difficult to inbound. Baxter Jr. not pressing.
This time is Henshaw. Oh, a communication breakdown there.
Ben Henshaw, he's got eyes in the back of his head, but his teammates aren't used to it yet. Coleman was not expecting that one.
Webster should be. He's been teammates all season.
He should be, but he didn't pass to Webster. You got to pass to the guys that know you. And
he's hearing.
Robbie Coleman just learning that skill set.
A little reaching foul there by Henshaw this time.
And Mustafa Heron saying, finally, somebody fouled me. The first foul drawn of the game from Mustafa Heron. That little hezzy by Ben Henshaw, and that'll be ball on the baseline.
Yeah, Henshaw's first foul. Still 2:44 to go in this third quarter. Campbell Scott. Tough basket there from Campbell Scott.
Man, that's a nice move there, using his body to shield the defender, and with a nice kiss off the glass for the finish. Let's see that on the highlight show Tuesday nights. You can catch from 7:30 as Harrison gets that block.
See that on the highlights reel as well, as we see Heron. Nice little left-hand layup. Didn't get the foul either.
And back to 13. Jets refuse to fly away. And that's a foul on Harrison.
Exactly, Lawrence there, yes. Nuggets still shooting at 56%, Casey.
Well, they really are just getting whatever they want offensively. Everything's under control. You know, here you get breakdown, you're going to lay off, well, I'll just attack you. Harrison, you know, when you've got that length, I'd rather see him not close that gap and go for the late block. He's got such a size advantage there, but Lawrence closes that space quickly and gets back to the line. You know, it's not the smoothest shot, but it's effective from the free throw line.
It is an interesting free throw technique he has.
6 for 9, now 6 for 10. And Z, Darko Kelly doesn't get that putback, but Baxter Jr. finally corrals it.
Kelly back out there on 4 fouls. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. So that free throw at 19 points now. Here's Heron again. Nice little gather by Lafayette. And it's going to be a foul.
Did they call that? Is an offensive foul called from a long ways away. Lafayette hoping to go right straight up with it. Late pass there. Let's see what happened. Oh, you see the chicken wing on Darcy Knox, who can't wrap it around like that. Good call. Might have been sold ever so slightly.
76 to 66.
He went to the ground and grabbed his hamstring.
Darko Kelly can't get the three-pointer. Offensive board taken by Lawrence. Oh, plenty of space for him under the glass there. And another foul this time from Lafayette again.
Well, good unselfishness there once again, Webster. Lawrence gets the ball, kicks it back to him, and he finds a space right back at you. You'll get fouled as soon as that wipe happens. 14 points the lead for the Nuggets. Lawrence looking to add to it.
More free throws for Kamani Lawrence. This is his 6th visit now to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. And again, he's 50% this time, so he is 7 from 12. Game here. It's a beautiful steal there from Darcy Knox.
Darcy Knox. He is the glue guys this Nuggets team have. Real valuable guys, locals who really love playing for the team and really perform when they get the opportunity. Bardsley, Knox, Aitchison, Coleman, Lawrence as well. I'm sorry, not Lawrence, but Jack Andrew as well. You know, guys who have really done well. Benji Freeman's back in the mix now, who hasn't played in the game yet, but the local contingent of players have really had a nice effect on this squad. Bardsley, of course, originally from the Manawatū.
Well,
Jets might want him on the squad right now.
Exactly.
It's
another foul from Liam Judd. Well, of course, that trade's coming mid-season, isn't it? Never know what could happen.
The trade window will be opening. I've got a feeling that the Nuggets will not be dropping any of that crew, though. Interesting, the trade window this year. Of course, the player has to agree to be traded. So you have to say yes to being put into the trade window and then say yes to where you're going. So a real nice opportunity for guys to find some greener grass on the other side of the fence if need be. Going to be interesting to see how that plays out. How this game's playing out at the moment is Nuggets taking control as the Jets starting to show a little bit of a lack of energy.
The Jets have got two of their starters in foul trouble. Tyrell Harrison and Liam Judd both on 4 fouls. Here's Baxter Jr. Speaking of fouls, been a lot of fouls in this third quarter, particularly from the Jets.
Well, it's Manawatū 22 in the first quarter, 30 in the second, and just 14 here in the third so far. So the Nuggets have just taken the easy stuff away from the Jets, made things a little bit more difficult for them to finish. And that is the first trip to the line here in the quarter for the Jets. That's how they stayed in the game in the first half. 22 free throw attempts, but here with under a minute to play, their first return to the Chemist Warehouse strike.
Baxter gets the second free throws, 19 points. He hasn't scored in the third quarter until now, Casey, as well. And he was hot in that second quarter.
He just hasn't been able to get that whistle, hasn't gotten the ball in those places where he feels comfortable. And that's got the Nuggets with a comfortable lead, verging on 20 points.
Darko Kelly looking to find something, can't score again. Here's Campbell Scott. Heron. Lafaele goes baseline. Good move by Simon Lafaele. There goes that reverse layup again.
He only shoots on the weak side. He is not going up on the strong side, and why not? When you got a skill set like that, good finish. Keeping it 15. Can the Nuggets and Henshaw finish the quarter strong?
Let's play off this third quarter now. Henshaw working off Andrew. Oh, he turned it over. Scott, oh, a little foul right at the end there.
He traveled.
Did he?
I think he traveled, yeah. That's the call. He picks it up, he sort of hesitated, and that is the call. So there's going to be 0.8 left on the clock. Can we get Jack Andrew to the bucket for a lob? Going to have to be a catch and immediate shoot.
Henshaw. And the shot won't get away in time.
What?
From Bardsley. Hard luck from Matt Bardsley. It's not going to count, though. Hard luck for him. 84-69 is the score.
That was almost on time. Impressive as it was, doesn't count. And the Jets are thankful for it. 15-point deficit heading into the fourth quarter.
So it's a big lead for Otago heading into the last quarter. 84-69 over Manawatū here in the NZNBL Round 2 clash in Dunedin. Hope you're enjoying the game. It's been a good performance by Otago. A classy performance.
Pace really slowed in that third quarter. The Jets just unable to find a lot of freedom. Only 14 points in the quarter, but starts off with a foul, and Lawrence Scott gonna head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to try and work this lead a little bit closer to the Jets, who hopefully have a little bit of fight in them. They've been able to continually claw their way back in the ball game, but they're gonna have to get a bit more aggressive on both ends of the court to make this one more of a match.
Yeah, really can't afford to miss, really. There's the commentator's kiss right there, Casey.
Yeah, well, lots of time left in this game. You know, if you're looking at a 15-point lead with 9.5, if I'm on the court, what I'm thinking is it's 1 point at a time, but at 5 minutes, we want to have this cut in half. If there's 5 minutes left, we're down 7, 8 points, then we're right there. You know, you just possession by possession. You can't get it all at once, so you got to string them together. String together good offensive possessions, and you gotta bunch those defensive possessions together with multiple stops in a row.
Exactly. Here's Henshaw for 3, and rebounds are important as well, but that one falls for Otago. Darko Kelly. Here's Andrew for 3. Webster almost pitches it. Real hustle for the ball. That's excellent play from Otago. Well, now Lawrence going baseline.
Just hungry for it, and Kamani Lawrence is a demon on the drive. He's not looking for that jump shot in any way, shape, or form, but he is able to find some space on the penetration.
He's the leading scorer in the game now with 24 points over takes Ben Henshaw. Heron wide open for 3 here.
Those are the looks that you just got to hit. The three-point shot has not fallen for the Jets today. They are now 4 for 21.
And how about that drive and finish from Kamani Lawrence? Good urgency up court too from Darko Kelly. Here's Scott all the way. Nice basket from Campbell Scott.
And suddenly the front door's open. Everybody's coming down to see you on the porch. Lawrence on one end, Scott on the other.
Scott's a good young player. He's only 20.
He showed some promising signs a year ago, but really relishing this role with the ball in hand. And Darko Kelly finally finds the score sheet.
His first three-pointer, his first points of the game. Now Scott looking to get some urgency going again for Manawatū. He's increased by 3. Here's Harrison. Beautiful pass.
Heron kept that cut going. Nice job. When you didn't get an initial cut, sometimes players give up on the play. He kept moving without the basketball, and Harris kept his head up. Tyrell Harrison kept his head up and eventually made the pass.
Darko Kelly from the corner. Rafaeli picks up the ball on the weak side, and now Heron comes forward again.
Woo! See you later, Ben Henshaw.
Scott for 3. That's a cracker.
Mustafa Heron creating the opportunity, and back to 13.
Scott's got 19 points, and Andrews foul.
Good foul, Jackson Stent. Goes to say no hard feelings afterwards, which I never really appreciated after somebody fouled me hard. So you just live with it, man. You wanted to foul me, you did it. It's okay. Jackson Stent making sure that bucket wasn't going in. I think if we had replay in the NZNBL, he might be looking at a flagrant foul. Not going for the ball really, but certainly making sure Jack Andrew wasn't getting that shot. Jack Andrew, it's been solid. Yeoman-like in his work. 3 points, make that, still 3 points, but 8 rebounds as well, 3 assists.
Here comes Manawatū again, Heron.
And what? Does he get the roll? He does.
Lovely.
And Darko Kelly, your night is over. Off to the bench you go with foul number 5. Mustafa Heron puts on the show the spin move. That's that left arm. That's where the foul happens. Good whistle. And a chance for the Jets to cut it to 11. They have not looked good in the second half, but they're good enough to cut it down to just on the other side of 10. Wait, what's going on here? We got a technical foul as well?
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh, who's the tee on? Didn't see who that tee was on, but we'll try and find out who it was.
Heron.
Aaron hits the first one, and now we're going to have the back end of the N1. So a 3-point play already, a chance for a 4-point play. And it will be a 10-point ball game if he gets it.
The whole idea of that lead being cut in half at the 5-minute mark is on track of Wills Casey. Aaron has 12 points now. And it's back to 10. Remember, it was 15 at the start of this quarter. Webster's back out there, but Andrew can't finish. Lafayette.
Oh, beautiful setup. Andrew leaves that one on the platter.
Here's Heron working around Harrison. That's a good drive to the basket.
And suddenly it's 8 points. Right where they want to be. 7 minutes to go.
Short back out there, Webster. Now Andrew this time. No foul by Harrison, and Manawatū have got another stop.
Well, the Nuggets have gotten impatient. We haven't seen that free-flowing offense, and suddenly the Jets got a little pep in their step.
Oh, Campbell Scott, stop it.
Oh, made the move, but hustles back into it.
Good work from the 20-year-old Campbell Scott. He's having a fine quarter.
Let's get the ball back to Heron and Harrison on that weak side. Let's get that ball working over there. Instead, Scott lets it fly. Don't like that possession. Mustafa Heron has been on fire the last couple of possessions. Got to get him the ball back.
Just trying to go back through the stats. Scott's on 22 points now. That must be a career high score for him. You'd have to think as Webster. That puts a stop to that run.
And a little something to say to the Jets bench as well. Big shot from big players. Illegal screen on Harrison, and that is a crusher. That is not what the Jets wanted to see. Not only is that Harrison's 5th personal foul to knock him out of the ball game, but it takes away a nice drive. Very unfortunate for the Jets. That is one way that you did not want to lose Tyrell Harrison. 13 points, 12 rebounds, but now done for the night with over 6 minutes to play.
So 2 players have fouled out now, 1 from each team. Marco Kelly the other, and straight away it's Henshaw exploiting no Tyrell Harrison.
Right back into the game and right back into the score sheet, affecting things.
Aaron.
Looks like the N1 again. Mustafa Heron cannot be denied here in this 4th quarter. At halftime, remember, he was just 1 for 7 from the field, 3 fouls. Had only played 8 minutes, but he is impacting the ball game in a big way here in the 4th quarter, up to 14 points now. And the Jets still a little bit of distance as they are not really happy with the officiating. Tyrell Harrison came out to grab Mustafa Heron to keep him from saying a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly. It's the last thing Manawatū need now. Well, this has been the story of their night, though, Casey. They have shown glimpses of comebacks on several occasions, only for their comebacks to be quickly wiped out.
Well, they do get there, and every time they get a sniff, they are told that's not what you're smelling.
Exactly.
They're pulling that meal right out from under them right when they're about to take a bite. The Nuggets haven't always played their best basketball, but they played their best basketball when they needed it. Speaking of needing it, if you need some dinner, use that QR code right now. Get yourself a pizza, Sal's. That is settle all those Friday night cravings you have.
It's never too late to eat a large pepperoni for $30, right?
I gotta agree. Not like 16 to 29-year-old me agreed even more.
You were a professional athlete back then?
Oh, like semi.
Here's Heron from the line. The Chemist Warehouse stripe. And it is 15 points for the 3-point play for Heron. 5:50 to go, back to a 10-point game. Ben Henshaw. 25 points, lovely play from Lawrence.
He is just peppering the rim with an array of finishes with the finger roll. Really is able to find some space when there is none.
Heron, bit of a one-man band as Scott goes for 3 and he bangs in another. Campbell Scott That's
25.
his third three-pointer of the game.
25 points for the young fella. Grabbing the opportunity to start with both hands.
Henshaw back to Lawrence. He's been influential in this last quarter. He has 28 points in the game. Beautiful play there from Henshaw. And Lawrence can't get the layup as Scott comes down court again.
Well, it did all the work, but these rims they're not soft. There is no gift in these rims in this ball game.
Heron posting up, double teaming, and flying in for the rebound was Webster. That would have been some basket if Heron had nailed that one.
What do the Nuggets have in response?
Baxter Jr. fouls Ty Webster.
Baxter Jr.
Just a second personal.
18 points at halftime, just a 1 point here in the second half. Pretty clean from that angle, but regardless, sends T-Web to the line. He's got a little smile on his face. Unsurprising. I don't think that smile's left him in about 17 years.
Well, Webster's just done everything super well in this game.
We're just so steady.
19 points, 6 assists. Oh, he misses a free throw.
But gets another rebound. That's his second offensive rebound off his own free throw miss tonight.
Bardsley rather did an important job there. Now Webster's got it again with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, right at the end of the play, Webster makes Manawatū pay.
Same spot from the chemist. When he was shooting the free throw, couldn't hit it, but the difficult 15-foot fadeaway, all good.
Just gets over the halfway line in time. Here's Crate, mid-range jumper.
Might have wanted to find Campbell Scott coming off with a handoff. He was disappointed he didn't get it. He's feeling it with 25, was looking for 28. Instead, that possession goes wanting. And now down 12. If they don't get stops, that could be the ball game. Nice job by hand, just enough in the post against Andrew.
Andrew, 1 from 7, 1 from 8 from the field now. Struggling a little bit in this game as we see Scott. Lane opens up for Campbell Scott.
Nice block, Jack Andrew.
Good response from Andrew.
Closes down the lane. He looks open for a second, but the long arm of J.A. gets it done.
Oh, lovely pass. Andrew with the flush.
And then repays Campbell Scott on the other end. Blocks his shot on one end, dunks on his head on the other. 104-90, the 14-point lead. That could be it for the Jets' comeback hopes. This little pocket pass from Lawrence dropped in. Makes it for an easy finish. But we decide not to show you just because.
Big points in this game for Otago. 104 now, 5 points for Jack Andrew. Lawrence has a game-high 28 points. Campbell Scott 25. But Manawatū, remember, had Tyrell Harrison foul out Casey, and it was always going to be tough from them without him.
It certainly has been a lot tougher in those last few minutes. Ben Henshaw, 25 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals as well. He's put together a heck of a ball game, plus 17 in his 32 minutes. Kamani Lawrence, 21 minutes. 21 minutes, 28 points. How about that kind of performance? 10 for 14 from the field. 14 trips to the free throw line as well. Hasn't shot it great from there, 8 for 14, but the pressure he's put on, he's received 7 fouls, which is very tough to guard. And those stats thanks to the official stats partner of the NZNBL, Chemist Warehouse.
Absolutely, and he drives so well, doesn't he? Gets all those fouls on him. He's here, and another player who can drive well. Baxter Jr. for 3. It's going to fall here for Campbell Scott. Judd back out there now for Manawatū. Oh, a little steal behind the back there. What a clever play it was there from Bardsley.
Count that one, hit the glass. So that is basket interference there. The ball was up on the rim, and Mustafa Heron trying to block that one, shuck the backboard a bit. So 2 points for Bardsley. As the Nuggets look like they might get this victory a little bit more easily than they did a week ago in overtime.
Heron still continues to work hard. That's going to fall for Lawrence. Now Ty Webster. Oh, goes to that big play down to Henshaw. That's the Wildcats connection coming in there.
Talk about Henshaw's stats a moment ago. Ty Webster not bad himself. 20 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 0 turnovers in the ball game. just 7 turnovers for the Nuggets overall. That's a week after 23 of them coming their way.
Another foul on Lawrence. It's his 8th foul on him.
He just has a way to find that contact. I mean, not the biggest guy on the court, but a powerful figure, and really searching out that contact when need be because he's got the strength to play through it. And back to the line to try to add to his game-high 28-point total. Nuggets shooting 54% from the field, 47% from 3.
Yeah, Ty Webster really enjoying himself out the back there. Nice moment with Baxter Jr. there. Has to be a fly on the wall for that conversation. Now Lawrence gets 2 out of 2 from that visit. And he goes to 30 points in the game.
What a performance, coming off 18 and 14. His average is up to 24 on the season as Troy Baxter Jr. gets the finish. I think that's his actual first bucket of the second half.
Yeah, 21 points for him.
Just 3 points here in the second half.
Webb's just going to pull up for a 3-pointer. Get his own rebound too. Well, it somehow falls for Matt Bardsley. Probably a little fortunate to get his hands on the ball, but you make your own luck, don't you? Henshaw from the top.
Ben Henshaw pouring it on as well. He's up to 28 points now.
Scott buries a 3.
Up to 28 points. That is definitely a career high for Campbell Scott. He has arrived. Endpoint point guard. We don't need an endpoint point guard. We got Campbell Scott.
I love the way he plays. He's just giving it 100% the whole game.
Well, he had flashes last year where he really showed off that jump shot. He'd have 3 or 4 3-pointers made in the game, but didn't really know he had this ability to play that point guard position as well. Very promising for that young player who, as you mentioned earlier, just 20 years old himself.
Absolutely. Here's Darcy Knox. Henshaw. Raffaele with the rebound. Now Heron. In fact, Baxter Jr. that is. No basket, he's called for travel.
That's called the travel, not the foul. Baxter Jr., I think, shakes the hand with a little bit of sarcasm.
Exactly.
Can't see that. Got the wrong angle on that one, but travel was called. Overall, the Jets, they'll be disappointed with this performance. Never really got the offense going and certainly didn't play the way they can defensively as Kamani Lawrence looks for another couple of buckets. It's the first time I've seen him shoot a non-layup today.
But they've shown glimpses here and there, haven't they?
Well, that's the thing. I think in terms of mindset, as we see Mustafa Heron get another finish, they never quit. They kept coming back, and a couple of times, even in this fourth quarter, cut it down there to 7-8 points, and looked like they might be able to, but the Nuggets they were never uncomfortable. They always felt like they had control of this ball game. And for me, that's the input of Ty Webster. He was able to just get the ball within him to get the right time. Henshaw is fantastic. Lawrence has been fantastic. Everyone's done their job tonight for the Nuggets, who start the season off 2-0.
Always nice to start off in that fashion. Coleman back out there now for Otago. Now Knox gets the screen from Andrew. Oh, lost it though, but that's come off here, and that's a little unlucky.
It's that kind of night for the Jets, right?
Yeah.
You know, the ball's in their hands, and somehow they knock it off their own hand to go the other direction. It's just that kind of night for the Jets, which sometimes happens when you're on the second game of a doubleheader in a week. You know, they did play Wednesday, backing it up 48 hours later.
Bardsley with the shot clock down to 4. Whoa, Baxter Jr. smashing time right there. That's whacking it out of Lawrence's hands.
Somebody Lawrence say, "Who got that?" He said, "You got that?"
Baxter said that was me.
Huh.
Andrew just inside the sideline, but there's a wayward pass. Going to be Manawatū ball, 45.8 seconds to play.
Not the pass he was looking for. Tries to avoid the turnover by turning it over. 14 points the difference with 45 seconds left here. Just the final score, the only thing still left in doubt.
Scott wide open for another.
31!
Wow.
Come on, Campbell Scott. Welcome to the big stage, young fella.
5th three-pointer in the game. He's shooting it over 50% from the field. From the threes, here's Knox. Bardsley. Lawrence. And, well, it's the man with hot hand. Scott, just give it to Scott.
Yeah, seriously, give it back to Campbell Scott. No, never mind. Joe Bash Jr., he'll take 3. And Saturday the final looks a little bit better. Down to 8 points. Remember, every bucket counts in count back. When it comes down to tiebreakers, that's going to be in. The Jets know that. That's why they're still fighting.
Foul by Campbell Scott there.
That's going to send Darcy Knox to the Chemist Warehouse strike.
Campbell Scott, 12 from 18 from the field, Casey, 66%, 5 from 9 from three-point range, 55%.
Coming out party. Played 40 minutes in the victory earlier this week. Couldn't come off the court. And he is putting his hand up and saying, hey, I think we got a point guard. Let's look for another position for that third import slot.
Absolutely. Darcy Knox with a couple of free throws.
Oh, player timeout being called there. So the Jets, and you may think this result is not in doubt, but we're all talking about count back now. And I guarantee count back is going to come into play to see who makes that final 6. Every bucket counts. For those at home that don't understand what I'm saying about count back, all the points you scored are divided by all the points you give up over the entirety of the season. That percentage is the second tiebreaker. And those points also count from the Rapid League. That's why one of the reasons Rapid League is so important this year. Every bucket counts, no matter when's it scored. The Jets, proof of that right now.
Let's see if they can free someone up for the shot here in this last play. Lawrence almost steals it.
And he does.
Again, Manawatū, no luck there. So Bardsley.
Get one shot off. They've got to get a shot off. If they don't, game over.
They won't. They won't get the shot off. It's a win for Otago by 9 in the end. A result that was seemingly in no doubt from quite early on. Pretty decent performance from the Otago Nuggets, shooting 50% from the field in the end, and they win this game by 9, 102 to 103.
Well, the Nuggets just won the possession game. When it came down to it, out-rebounded Jets by 5. Only turned the ball over 8 times compared to 16. As we take a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats, there's your leading scorers of the ball game. Kamani Lawrence with 30 for the Nuggets. Campbell Scott, career high 31 for the Jets. Ably backed up on both squads. Baxter Jr. here on the Jets on that side. Here we see the rebounds. Jack Andrew with 11. Tyrell Harrison with the double-double with 12 rebounds. Campbell Scott, 8 rebounds as well. Ben Henshaw, Kamani Lawrence, 7 apiece for the Nuggies. Looking at those assists, Ty Websaw, Ben Henshaw, 6 apiece. Campbell Scott again leading the way for the Jets, leading the way in 3 categories. Mustafa Heron and Tara Ellison backing up, and there's the blocks. Harrison and Crate, the only 3 blocks in the ball game. Those are your Chemist Warehouse stats, but it was all about the possession game. 82 shots for the Nuggets at 41% as we take a look at the steals. Henshaw leading the way there with 3. 69 shots for the Jets. Those 13 extra shots, that is the difference in the ball game.
100%. Well, that's it all over here in Dunedin, but there's much more NZNBL to come this weekend. 2 games coming tomorrow. Nelson Giants hosting the Wellington Saints at the Trafalgar Centre, and then we're up in Tauranga for the Whai Auckland Tuatara match. Looking forward to that one at 6:30, and then we're at Pukekohe on Sunday afternoon, where the defending champion Canterbury Rams visit the Franklin Bulls.
It's going to be a big weekend. Could be moving weekend here in the second week. Lots of teams looking for their first win. Other teams looking to continue those winning streaks, but all over at the Edgar Center here in Otago, where the Nuggets led this one from wire to wire. Never really threatened in any real shape or form during this game.
Indeed. The Otago Nuggets win this game 112 to 103. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll catch you for more NZNBL tomorrow. Mā te wā.